What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube where we talk about everything under the sun as long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. What's the word? What's the word? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Listen, man, we got a lot of topics to cover today, so I'm going to keep this introduction short. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, and make sure you share this with your family and your friends. And don't forget to upload. Don't forget to show your love through my video uploads, as well as hyping the videos up when they are posted. All right. So if you can do that, 110%. Appreciate y'all. All right. So let me read this comment real quick. My dog, what's up with you, homie? How you feeling? How you feeling? Listen, we gotta listen. We locked in for the next what? 60 days? Next 60 days? Because listen, we gotta make it to the meetup on in September. So we're gonna make sure we make it to the meetup on September, all right? For the people, I heard they had a great time out there. I heard it was a good time. Shout out to my dog JB. Our streets and them out there talking about where you at? Man, listen. September, I'm there. September, I'm there for sure. But I hope everybody have a safe flight home. Hope they had a great time. Hope they were able to bump the shoulders with some people, get some great connects so that way we can keep leveling up and keep growing and keep building that community up. So that's what's up. And eventually the ENG community, we're going to get there. All right. So look, let's go ahead and get into this first topic of the day. And the question is Black excellence as a whole? She said Black excellence as a whole does not exist. Do you agree or disagree? So let's go ahead and get the context of what she's talking about, and then I'll give our thoughts and my opinions. So let's rock out.
I'm going to just get straight to the point. I had to re-record this video because I realized I had to police my tone. But here it goes. Black excellence doesn't exist. You can go and preach this Black power shit, Black unity shit. Black excellence does not exist. Because the shit that I seen tonight working my shift made me really throw my hands up with the Black community and say, what the fuck? What the fuck? And I'm going to give you some context. So on my shift that I just got off on, I had to spend majority of my shift being called out to leave my municipality to go help another municipality, along with the entire South Suburban fucking police departments from different South Suburban municipalities of 30 plus fucking officers, from TAC units to K9s to just all different types of patrol divisions, had to go and assist another municipality for a team takeover that consisted of 1,000 plus fucking kids. Spent hours trying to corral these kids to put them into one location so that parents can come pick them up. And in the process of doing this, I saw some of the most horrendous, horrific shit that I never thought I'd see in my fucking 36 years of living. Let me further explain. There were little girls out there with skirts so fucking short that you can't even call them skirts. They look like they were just covered in pieces of cloth. They had booty shorts, panties on even, where over half their ass cheeks was hanging out underneath those skirts, with fucking sports bras on, boobs all out, weave just down to the crack of their behinds with 50 pounds of fucking makeup on their face, piercings everywhere, just out there in the middle of the street with portable speakers, stopping traffic, just twerking in the middle of the fucking street. You had little boys out there, pants hanging.
I'm telling you, listen. There are people in the Black community, they are starting to wake up. They are understanding. Now, for those of us who have common sense, we do understand. She prefaced by saying, as a whole, as a unit, it's not Black excellence. Now, there's a subgroup of Black individuals that are upholding that standard of what Black excellence actually is. So we're not gonna bypass that. However, what she's talking about right now as a whole, it ain't it. Black excellence is not it.
All off they behind, half of them look don't even wash they behind, just looking crusty and musty and all of the things. You got kids out there that's probably between the ages of 13 and 16. They look like grown ass fucking kids out there smoking weed, throwing their middle fingers up, saying F the police and all this other stuff, just literally all on people's property, all on people's front lawns, all on people's cars, just fucking up people's shit. And supposedly, y'all Black ass parents didn't know where y'all kids were. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. And what's even more fucked up about this shit, because now, yeah, it's getting ready to come out. What's even more fucked up about this shit is you got these little girls out here looking like sexy reds and shit, just out here kissing boys in the middle of the street, putting their asses and juking and popping all on little boys' private parts, ducking off into alleys with boys, doing all kind of unruly, nasty, improper shit. Police.
But y'all tell me. But here's the thing. And I want to preface it by saying this. I don't condone it. But again, I had this conversation before, and this is the third time of me saying it. Y'all continue to keep talking about how these individuals or these little girls don't know what the heck they're doing. Yes, they do. Talking about manipulation. They know what they're doing. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you why and how I know they know what they're doing. Go and look at their parents. Look at who's raising them. Look at who's teaching them. Look at who they're learning from. That'll tell you the story right there. That would tell you the story. None of this is just made up. There's no, I'm telling you, this is not made up. I wish it was a made up story. And it's not. More and more teen takeovers, especially in this summertime, it's been getting out of hand. And no parent has been held accountable. And also not just the parent, those kids need to be held accountable too. Now I don't know what that will look like, but there needs to be something. Something needs to pop off. Because that makes no sense. Over thousands of children out there doing God knows what, and they just able to walk away scot-free. A couple weeks ago, I showed y'all a video where these teenagers was beating up on a police officer. But then y'all sit up here hollering, man, dog, it's about the Black man. We got to protect the Black people. Man, listen, bro. Some people you can't take with you, dog. Some people that you got to leave them by the wayside. Some people you just going to have to leave them to their own demise. You can't bring them with you, bro, because they're going to bring you down. They're going to be the anchor that's on your ankle that's going to continue to drag you down to the bottom of the ocean.
We had to go out there and corral these kids up to get them to a centralized parking lot. Canines had to pull their dogs out the car. Police officers out there with rifles. Cars would just sirens on, disturbing the residents. You had elderly folks that were scared to come out their house because it was so many fucking kids out there. And you mean to tell me that y'all didn't know where the fuck y'all kids were? One lady pulled up on us and was looking for her kid because she found out somehow that her child was out there, and she was saying that if she catch her kid, she was going to beat the living shit out of that child. And I wish I could have saw it. I'm not going to lie to you. This was really, really heartbreaking to me, because as these little girls was out there doing they whatever, and we riding around, we seeing grown ass men in their cars just driving around, just getting free shows, just watching these little girls. Whole time, y'all motherfucking black ass parents supposedly didn't know where the fuck your kids were. Out there being predatorized. Some grown ass man probably just looking for their next little girl to fuck with. But y'all parents don't know where the fuck y'all kids are. And I claim bullshit, because a lot of y'all probably knew where the fuck your kids were. You just didn't give a shit.
Right.
There was a time in history that when dogs and canines were sicked on black people, black children, or whatever, it's because we were fighting against racism. We were fighting for our motherfucking rights. We was fighting for the right to be treated equally. But now we got canines coming out on black people and black kids because your fucking kids is outside smoking weed, disturbing the peace, all on other people's fucking property, out there just acting a fucking complete fucking fool. We have moved backwards. I don't want to hear shit about black power and black this and black that until you fucking black parents learn how to police your motherfucking kids. Until y'all do that, I don't want to hear that shit. Fuck black excellence. It don't exist.
Listen. I'm with you. Listen, I'm going to celebrate the ones that are doing what they're supposed to do. I'm going to celebrate the ones who are doing what black excellence is. I'm going to celebrate that, right? But the other ones, nah, you can miss me with that. You can miss me with that. I'm going to continue to hold them accountable like she's doing right now, because Shorty is cooking right now. She's cooking. She's straight up cooking. You could tell that's straight up passion. That's straight up, I'm fed up with it. I'm tired of trying to fight for y'all, or take or make an excuse or make up a reason as to why you're doing what you're doing, or let's get to the root cause of the situation. Nah, fam. No. At some point, we all got to understand and know there's a right and there's a wrong. There are certain things that you know innately that you shouldn't be doing, but you choose to do it anyway. At some point, you got to know. At some point. I'm not going to continue to keep using this, oh, well, you're just a teen, you're dumb. Yeah, you're right. You are a teen. You are a teenager, and you do make dumb decisions sometimes. Sometimes you don't think it all the way through. Sometimes that happens. But that does not mean that you don't know what you're doing. That does not mean that you don't understand the consequences of you being able to get in trouble or something popping off. Again, I was once a teenager. So there were things that I did as a teenager, but understanding something, there were certain levels there were certain lines that I would not cross on no level. There are certain lines I would not cross, and I knew that. And I knew it. So we can't sit up here and say, oh, well, we don't know. Well, they're so dumb, they're just kids. Listen, bro, all of us were kids. That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse, man.
Because this further confirmed to me tonight that black people, we are raising pieces of shit out here to be out here in the fucking world. You got these fucking kids that can't even read above a 3rd grade level, but they know how to go out here and pop and twerk and shake ass in the middle of the streets and be out here kissing boys, and boys feeling all up on little girls out here. And I'll guarantee you some of them had guns on them. Y'all are not knowing where the fuck your kids at supposedly, and they going into neighborhoods, because I guarantee you majority of those kids weren't even from that municipality. They just showed up out of no fucking where, and don't even understand that they don't even know the culture of that municipality. You don't even know the type of people that live in that municipality. You don't even know how many fucking child sex offenders are in that municipality.
Man, listen, bro. Shout out to her. She's cooking, and I understand it. I get it. I'm with her. I'm on her side. I'll make sure that I tag her when I clip this video up. I'll make sure I tag her in this video as well. But I 110% agree. We got to do better. If you want black excellence, you got to move like black excellence. Fuck, I know I ain't supposed to be cursing, but as of right now, fuck that black power shit. Fuck that black excellence shit until you start looking better as a group, as a unit. Because right now we fighting individualistic right now. We are being individuals right now. It's like, hey man, I'm not aligning myself with y'all. I'm not. I'm doing my thing over here. I'm trying to build something over here. I'm not trying to get into that bullshit that y'all got going on over there. Fuck what y'all talking about. Oh, you trying to tap dance? I ain't tap dancing for shit. And I ain't tap dancing for nobody. I'm tap dancing for myself. I'm removing myself from the bullshit on either side of the aisle. Don't matter what race you are. I'm removing myself from the degeneracy. I don't want to be around it. I don't want my name tied to it whatsoever on any level, no matter your race. But if we're speaking on black excellence right now, we're speaking on black people right now, y'all got to do better, bro. At some point, we got to stop pointing the finger at everybody else and start pointing the finger at ourselves. What are we doing wrong? We tend to point the finger at everybody else when things are going right for them. But then when you look over here, now all of a sudden, you don't have accountability at all. You don't want to take personal responsibility for your downfalls. So until then, forget that power to the people shit. No, that worked in a time that when it actually mattered, when it actually was needed. This ain't that time. Because y'all have taken this is what taking 200 steps back after making a stride forward. This is what it looks like. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. And look, let me know what y'all think in the comments, bro. Are y'all rocking with her? Do y'all disagree with what she's saying? Do y'all think she's way off? Let me know in the comments.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
It's egregious, man. It's egregious. I think I'm gonna play this. You know what? I think I'm gonna play this. You know what? Let's rock out. Let's rock out. I want to play this real quick. Let's get into it. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
A South Florida youth pastor charged with his daughter's death after police say he crashed their car while driving under the influence. Investigators say the pastor was speeding more than 100 miles per hour with his 3 young daughters in the car 6 months ago. CBS News Miami's Joan Murray is your reporter live in Pompano Beach. And Joan, he turned himself in.
Yeah, that's right. He was in North Carolina on vacation. He got the warrant, came back, and has been in jail ever since. Now, we have learned that he had deep roots here at the New Covenant Church in Pompano Beach before that all ended just about 6 months ago.
What you driving for? Hold on, bro. First of all, you on vacation. Now, I'm not counting your pockets. I don't know if you got a lot of money or not. So I ain't gonna go there with that. Why you driving? You can use Uber. You got Uber, bro. Man, listen. And on top of that, if you're gonna drive, you should already know better, bro. Why are you drinking and driving in another place that you ain't even familiar with for real? You don't even live there. And then, mind you, you decided to go 100 miles per hour with your kids in the car while you're under the influence, bruh. At some point, we got to call a spade. Y'all dumb. Y'all are idiots, complete fools. What is wrong with y'all, dog? This is stupid, man. What up, Trees? What up, real life PJ? What up, Food Carry?
Pain isn't wasted. Your new beginning starts right now.
As a Pompano Beach youth minister, Joel Lanise often preached about persistence and redemption.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Now Lanise finds himself in jail facing serious charges, DUI manslaughter in the death of his 8-year-old daughter Zoe, who was killed in a violent crash in West Palm Beach, January of this year.
My condolences.
No one answered at Lanise's Margate home or at his one-time worship home, New Covenant Church. In March, there was a butterfly release to remember the daughter he lost.
He's an unemployed, widowed, single father.
A year before the crash, Lanise's wife died of breast cancer. They had been a close family, the couple raising 3 daughters who were all in the car when the accident happened. After the crash, Lanise told the judge he stopped working.
Did you lose your job as a result of this incident?
No, I resigned to spend more time with my family.
But Lanise will be separated from his 2 surviving daughters if he posts bond. The judge saying DCF will be in charge of scheduling visitation.
So the court finds that.
Are you, bro? Listen, bro. I understand it. I get it, man. Things happen in life, and I can only imagine you losing your true love, which I'm assuming that was his true love that he lost to breast cancer. You know, and you trying to figure it out. Now it's just you. You got 3 kids that you got to worry about, that you got to focus on. I get it, but this is where you're supposed to become more responsible. This is where we talk about. Hey, man, right now you don't got time to soak. You don't have time to sit in the corner and pout. It ain't about you, dog. This is about your fucking kids, bro. And you being stupid out here in these streets. You being dumb. Fuck that. Ain't no losing yourself right now. It ain't about you, fam. It ain't about you. It's time to lock the fuck in. Come on, bro.
It is reasonable in light of the fact that we have the death of a child, the allegations of him traveling at 104 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour zone, that he was over the legal limit in terms of alcohol consumption.
Now, his lawyer denied that he was speeding or that he was driving under the influence. Bond is set at $150,000. Efforts are being made to raise bond, but as you heard, he will be separated from his daughters until he has a DCF hearing. We did reach out to the church for comment and have not heard back.
Now you done left your daughters. They done lost their mother, and now they done lost their father. They done lost their mother, and they done lost their father. And then they lost a little sister. Because you are too emotional. I'm just gonna call it a spade a spade. At this point, listen, real men gonna hold you accountable. We're not gonna placate around it. Forget the sympathy, forget the empathizing. Bro, you ain't have time for all that. This wasn't the time for you to be dumb. This wasn't the time. Now you got 2 children out here who have witnessed a traumatic experience. For 4 times over. Lost a parent. Got into a car accident. Lost a sister. And then lost a father. That's 4. So these kids are going to be traumatized. All because you was in your feelings. All because you weren't thinking. Because you lost yourself. You ain't got time to lose shit right now. Now you finna be in jail. You won't be able to see your kids. Maybe. You won't be able to spend time with them. You won't be able to raise them like you should have been doing. You won't be able to see them You won't be able to see them graduate. You won't be able to see none of that. You won't be able to experience those real true moments, defining moments. of their lives. You're going to miss out on all that because of stupid decision that you made as a grown-ass man. Understanding that you got responsibilities, but you wanted to be selfish. That wasn't the time to be selfish at all. Talking about, oh, I resigned from my job to spend more time with your kids. Well, look, guess what? You damn sure ain't gonna be spending time with them now. Prayers go up to the children, man. Prayers go up. I hope they make it through, God, man. I touch them, touch their hearts, touch their mind, touch their spirit. I pray that they come into contact with somebody who's truly gonna be there for them, that who's gonna help them, through this process, through this traumatic experience, bro, because I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I feel bad for those kids, bro. That is insane. Now, this is where everybody should be going and doing the GoFundMe for these children. This is where the GoFundMe matters. This is where, hey, dog. Matter of fact, we're gonna have to figure that. We're gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to figure something out. They done lost. Where we at? Pompano Beach. What's his name? Let me see something. I need to try to start a GoFundMe for those kids, bro. Because man, that's sad, bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
All right, so let's go. So let's keep this train rolling, man. Let's go to this next topic right quick. Let's go to this next one. Do we want to tap into this one? Do we want to do this one? Yeah, we can tap in there. Let's talk about AB real quick, man. I ain't gonna spend too much time on it. Let's get into this AB situation real quick, and then we're gonna give our thoughts and our opinions. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. Let's rock out.
Why they spamming it? Hey, production, why they spamming TMZ?
Now somebody's suing me. You can't make this shit up. Now I'm being sued.
It's part of the game, bro.
Let me check the story.
Says somebody's suing me for sexual battery.
That's when you beat somebody.
I don't know.
They just make up shit, man. They be saying bullshit. Internet of boo no more.
They say he's being sued.
What the fuck is Savannah? Leon said, did that assistant actually get fired?
don't tell me that's the one me and Ray J was playing.
But it was on.
That was last what? Was that in Miami?
Huh?
June 2nd. Yeah, no, for sure.
Hey man, listen, bro. Well, we already know AB get into a bag with this streaming, with this live streaming, right? I get it. He get into a bag, but here's the thing. Fam, when you start to get this kind of visibility, dog, you got to be vigilant, bro. You can't be, especially when you're looking at, man, listen, I'm just not built like that. I don't know. I'm not finna have all these shorties around me like that. We love the shorties though. We love the shorties, but I'm not doing that, bro. All these little groupies around, I'm straight. I don't need it. I don't. I ain't touching them. I ain't putting my hands on them. I'm not doing nothing. Listen, if it's a whole bunch of fellas and then it's a whole bunch of girls, I'm like, nah, I gotta remove myself from the situation, dog, because especially when you know that you got a little bit of motion going. When you got a little bit of motion going, I'm good. I'm straight. And this is where you gotta be careful too. And then you add alcohol that gets involved. Everybody getting drunk. Some people get a little bit too drunk. Then some people taking drugs at the same time. Dog, I don't want no parts of that. I'm good. I am straight. Because the last thing I want to do, we think we having a good time. The next thing you know, couple months later, some pop off, or they find out that I got a significant bag. Now all of a sudden, everybody want to come out the woodwork talking about I did something to them. Nope, I'm straight. No, I didn't. You lying. 100%. You know what they need to do? I think there needs to be a law. There needs to be some sort of law where you have a time limit. You have a time limit to put information out there on somebody. If it's not within, they need to start treating it like a receipt. You got 90 days, bruh. If that, you got 30. No, to be honest, with something like that, it's a bit more serious. So you got 30 days. You got 30 days to file a report. If you come on day 31 and say something popped off, nope. Ain't happening. Not happening. That means a report needs to be filed, a phone call or something needs to pop off. Hey, I appreciate you, Cronex. I appreciate you, big dog. I appreciate you for showing that love. But I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But there needs to be a law. 30 days. After day 30, day 31 hit, null and void. You should have filed it the time it happened. Because a lot of people are getting a little bit too free of just throwing BS out there just so they can get some bread. Because all it is some BS. And typically what they're gonna do, they're gonna throw money at them like, all right, bro. They're gonna throw them some hush money, like, hey, listen, man, let's settle. We ain't even gotta go to court. Let's settle on the back end. How much you willing to settle for? Okay, well, I'm gonna settle for about 2 to 3 mil. All right, bet. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and throw 2 or 3 mil so we can call it a day. And go about our business. All they trying to do is get to a bag, bro. How long ago did whatever this supposed thing happen? A while ago. Now all of a sudden you want to come out the woodwork because, let me guess, you finally built up the courage to say something because it was bothering me. It was so traumatic. Get out of here. You weren't saying that at the time it was popping off. Supposedly. You weren't saying nothing. It was all fun and games. It was all we having a good time. It was all, I want to kick it with the big dogs. Oh, okay, cool. It kind of reminds me when we used to hoop, right? When we used to play pickup. And then you get that youngster, or you get a girl who wants to come play with the big boys, right? And we like, no, we're going to treat you exactly the same way We're gonna treat I ain't gonna take it easy on you. Listen. I'm finna get in your shit. I'm locking you up. You ain't getting nothing. I'm blocking everything. I'm stealing everything, and I'm getting buckets. 2 piece in the biscuit every time. And it's the same thing. You get these shorties that come around, and not all of them, they just looking for a quick buck. That's all it is. See somebody with some money, see somebody with a little bit of emotion. All right, bet. Let me stamp them with an SA charge. Boom. I can get some bread off of that because they really ain't trying to go through all that right now. So let me throw you some money. Get out of here. There are time limitations, but most states remove them. Yeah, see what I'm saying? After Cosby, it became open season. Man, that's what I'm saying. Years. You talking 30, 40 plus years. They coming out the woodwork and they still got Cosby. That's crazy. And if the Lizzo woman gonna get it now too, yeah, I believe it. But hey, I think he'll be straight at the end of the day. I think he's still gonna be straight. I don't think nothing really gonna come of it. Just be more vigilant, bro. Fellas, as y'all start to get more money, y'all just gotta be more vigilant, bro. That ain't time for you to start having more and more women around you. Make sure you got dudes around you. If you do have friends that are around you, make sure they're looking out for your best interest too. Some people who rocking out with you, people who like, hey man, nah, big dog, we don't need them. We gotta move ourselves from this. We ain't trying to get caught up in no BS. So you gotta make sure you got the right people around you as well. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit the bell notification. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Share with your friends and your family. Ooh, do we want to go to this one? Yeah, we can tap in on this one right quick. We can tap in on this. So there's a female fugitive out here in these streets. Now, as to why, don't know, but we gonna find out. But before we do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Make sure you share this with your family and your friends. So let's go ahead and rock out.
The public for help finding an accused killer who police say is a master manipulator.
I'll put the address, and the address will tell me you found.
Isabel Johnson is accused of murdering Florida father Jason Colthart. He disappeared in May, and last month authorities say they found his body in a shallow grave under concrete and a vehicle. They say this surveillance footage the next day shows Isabel Johnson speaking frantically.
I'm not from here originally, so I'm lost. Here, I can't find it.
Concocting a lie in order to flee.
The video that we released, she reported that she was just involved in a domestic violence incident. Unequivocally false. She was able to get a ride back into Walton County, and that's ultimately where we got that video from.
Investigators say even before Isabel Johnson was wanted for murder, she used a number of aliases like Harley, Jessica Bowman, and Jessica Thrash.
She was arrested for possession of stolen property in Georgia.
They say she frequently changed her appearance, and investigators believe she has now cut and dyed her hair to further conceal her identity. She's also believed to have had help.
The Trailer Park Bandits. You got an LGBTQ plus that's definitely an ABC community affiliate right there. The first one with this haircut or whatever that is. Then you got this is like the meth crew right here. And then you got Buddy in the middle, look like he was born from the family of Hills Got Eyes. Listen. Them the ones that you got to stay away from. These the ones that look like this, them the ones that you got to stay away from. Them the ones you got to keep your head on the swivel. Nah, fam. Them the ones you can't hang around with. Nah. I look at them like, nah, I see demon in y'all eyes. I gotta get away from y'all. Remove thou from me, Satan. Remove thou from me, because I don't want no parts of y'all. Absolutely not. What's going on with his eye, dog? That's just throwing me off. What is going on with that eye? And they all old, except one. They drink Keystone beers. What is it? Is it Keystone or Ice? That's what they buy. They buy Keystone and Ice. They sit in the trailer park. They sit in the trailer park or deep in the woods somewhere. And like I can't really if I could pull a picture of what their house will probably look like, I'm pretty sure I would be spot on. I can't deal.
5 people have been arrested for allegedly helping her flee, including the person who lived at the home where Jason Colthart's body was found.
Her MO is 2-3 days here, 2-3 days there, really kind of all over the place, using other people's phones, using other people's financial means, etc. And that's one of the things that we know for a fact she's doing to evade.
Local law enforcement have now assembled a task force, and they're working with federal agencies to track her down.
Hey, listen. You know what I think this is? Now, considering the fact of how she looked and how the other ones look, might be some a little deeper going on. Something a little bit more demonish. You know what I'm saying? They got a little fickling going on over there. And the husband probably didn't want no parts of it. And so they were like, listen. You gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to get rid of him. She looked like the fun girl. She looked like she would be the fun girl. And in order for them to have a time with her, they had to get rid of the husband. So, PR beer. Yep, she the fun girl. She the fun girl. She the one. Yeah, PBR, that's disgusting.
I do feel confident that we have some updated information here in the last few days that we're back on the right path.
Now, the relationship.
Yeah, that whole family, they crazy.
Between Isabel and the man she allegedly killed is still unclear. Police say they may have been friends, or there also could have been some kind of love triangle involved. In fact, when we talked to investigators, they said there might be 5 different love triangles between.
God damn it, I'm good, boy. God damn, I'm good. I told you there was something going on. I knew it. Mind you, I didn't watch this video. I did not watch this video. I watched this in real time just right now. And I called it. I knew something was going on. I knew it. Had to be something sexually related. Because again, when you compare her, the way that she looked compared to them other 4, something popping up. And you got an ABC community member in there, 1000% something going on. 100%. And they was like, listen, bro, you got to get rid of old boy. Some got to go with him. Either he wasn't rocking with it, or something happened, bro. And he was messing up the plan. Facts.
The suspect, the murder victim, some of the witnesses, the people who allegedly helped her. It's a crazy case. They are just focused, though, on finding Isabel.
Yeah, wild story there. All right.
I told you 1000%. Unbelievable. I'm gonna have to do some more research, see what they find out after this. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. I'm telling you, listen, bro, I'm telling you, I'm on it. I am on it.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
I told you, brother, I am on it. He said profiling skills on point. I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Listen, we locking in, bro. We've been in training for a minute. You got to be able to spot them. You got to be able to spot them. You got to spot them. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I knew exactly what was popping off. Ooh. Hold on now. He said that for real. Hold on. Is this real? Uh-oh, shit. Hey, hold on. We got some new information. We finna tap into this one. So Gilbert Arenas says he always knew Rashawn McCants was a snake. Hold on. Hold on. We need to see what they talking about. Oh, damn, there's more. All right, so look, hold on. I got some more information. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Some things are starting to. Some things are coming up. Let me say this real quick because I don't want to lose it.
Well, we're learning a lot of new details about a wanted fugitive suspected of murder in Florida. Police are calling Isabel Rose Johnson a master manipulator. They're probably calling her a killer too, suspect, who goes by several aliases and dons various disguises. She is the prime suspect in the gruesome murder of Jason Coulthart, whose body was found zip-tied and buried in a shallow grave last month. Johnson has been evading law enforcement for weeks now. However, police hope these new images will help track her down. So that's going to depend on all of you watching, the public out there. She reportedly has several tattoos, a rose or a flower on her left hand, an unidentified tattoo on her right ankle, and a large scorpion running down her lower back to her thigh. 5 of her alleged accomplices have been arrested so far. So look at this. She had a lot of help, potentially. Police say one of them helped Johnson bury her victim, while others are...
Is that a dude or a girl, bro? Up top right. Up right, the one with the eye.
Accused of helping her stay hidden now while this mass search is going on. Johnson is described as 5'3" tall, weighing about 120 pounds. The Walton County Sheriff's Office is offering a $16,000 reward for information leading to her arrest. Donna, this is a long time on the lam, as they say.
It is, especially in today's world, right? You can't even go get a cup of coffee when you're not on video and someone sees you, right? So there's cameras everywhere. So people are coming in contact with her and they just don't know it, or she's holed up somewhere, you know, similar to like Luigi Mangione going in and out of hostels. And how did they end up finding him, right? With the pictures with the eyebrows. So there's going to be something here that ends up revealing her. So that will happen. But what's really interesting about this case is not only the fact that she's gotten to this point, but the way her mind must work in order for all of this to happen. Right. We were talking about it a little bit before we sat down today, but there is a mindset here that has to be studied, right? Because the fact that you could do this masterfully up to this point, right? What she has had to do to make all of this work, especially in our world today, is pretty astonishing. She will be found. I mean, look at all the people that escaped from the jail. I think it was Georgia not that long ago, and they ended up finding all of them eventually. So, you know, eventually she will be found. Obviously, the tattoos and things like that will be helpful. She can change her hair. She can change her appearance. She can put on different clothes. She can wear glasses. But eventually somebody will realize. Anybody that's telling you a sob story that needs help, saying that they don't have any money, pay attention. If you're out there watching this, she's probably not getting any massages anytime soon. I'm sure she's covering up that tattoo, right? But at some
Well, the
point
one
she
on her ankle, I'm thinking if she's not wearing shorts, we might not see any of that.
That's right. And she can have some type of gloves or those jackets that go over your hands. Now it's Florida, it's hot. Who knows where she is right now? But obviously the people that have been arrested have spoken up and have given information about her. So eventually law enforcement will.
What are your thoughts?
Well, this is an interesting case. I found it most interesting, all of her aliases. So here are her aliases. She's previously been known as Harley, Jessica Elaine Bowman, Jessica Elaine Thrush, Jessica Elaine Thrash. Maybe you run into her out there. Jessica Dowdy.
Okay, so yeah, it ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing, no new information for real. So look, I want to go to this next topic. Let's go to this. we'll go to Gilbert Arenas after this, but I want to go ahead and dive into this. I want to dive into this Ryan Clark topic.
Authorities are pressing the public for help finding an
I'm gonna dive into this
accused killer who police say is a master manipulator.
I'll put the address, and the address will tell me to them.
Tripping, boy. That man, that showing had a mean delay. All right, yeah. So we're gonna get into the Ryan Clark topic really quick, and then we'll dive into the other topics that I got. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, dog.
Moved on. On from it, right? And what I wanted to do from him from that point on, because I heard what he said, I never wanted to make him feel that way, whether intentionally or unintentionally. So anything he wanted to do on TV, any point he made, any conversation he wanted to have, I was going to have it with him. I was going to support him. I was going to be a good teammate, because that's what I did for everybody else. And like, that was unfortunate, but that's not why I'm fired.
You're a stand-up guy. You've always preached accountability. Looking back over your 11 years at ESPN,
12,
is there anything you would do differently, or do you leave knowing that you were fully yourself? Or, what are your thoughts, man?
It's a good question. It depends on when you ask me. Like you asked me, like when I see people in public, like OGs and like aunties and stuff, and they tell me they proud of me, and they proud of like, and they proud of like the way I represent the community. Yeah. I wouldn't change anything. Because that means the world to me. Or like, when I go home, and this kid, from the West Bank is like so accepted in New Orleans now. Like, I wouldn't change that. Never. Like, all I ever wanted to do was be accepted.
I got a question for y'all. I got a question. So I want to frame it. Do y'all believe that there was a problem with this video right here? With this moment, do y'all believe that there's a problem? That there was a problem? From the getting fired from ESPN and then claiming that he was claiming that he was too black, right? To him diving into the question, which, I mean, to be honest, that's a great question that Fred Taylor asked, right? But then to dive into talking about him being accepted. Do y'all think that's an issue? That's the question that I'm asking. At what point, and again, I know men cry, right? But I do believe that there's a time and a place to do it. I don't think it necessarily helped him crying on screen. I don't necessarily think that was a good idea. And I'm pretty sure, and I get it, I'm pretty sure it wasn't meant to happen. It wasn't scripted, you know what I'm saying? It's just an emotion that hit. And as he continued to keep talking about it, how the people was telling him that they, the OGs or whatever, telling him that he was proud, they were proud of him. Cool. But I think there's a point where you have to hold frame. There's a point where you got to hold frame as a man. And I think we're getting so far away from that because everybody wants to express. Everybody wants to, well, it's okay to be emotional. Then we use this mental health thing. Mental health doesn't necessarily mean that you got to cry. Mental health doesn't necessarily mean that you need to explode, right? Mental health can be just having a conversation. Like, listen, man, let's just have a conversation. We could talk real. We could be honest about it. But I think if that comes to a point of like, if you're crying, I think that needs to be behind the scenes, bro. I don't think that needs to be out in public. I don't think so. Because at the end of the day, there's still a perception of you. There's still a perception of you that people see. That was one of the reasons about Steve Harvey. You start seeing Steve Harvey cry all the time, like, man, look at this soft ass nigga, always crying about some shit. Like, what he crying for? You see what I'm saying? And so once you start to see, and I know, here's the thing, I know Ryan Clark. I'm pretty sure he's not one of those type of guys that's extremely emotional or I could look at him and say that he's a solid stand-up guy. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna stand up for what he actually believes and he's gonna stand 10 toes on it. But I just think in this moment, I don't think it was a good idea. I think he should have held frame. I'm gonna be 110% honest with you. I think he should have held frame in this moment. I don't understand the issue. I keep getting distracted during the video and need to do more research. Well, it all stems from him getting fired from ESPN, right? Because that's another issue I have. I think we also need to get from the fact of thinking that and again, we're not behind the scenes, so again, it could be speculation from my end. But I think a lot of times when Black people get fired from a job or they get fired for something, it typically happens well, such and such didn't look out for me, or oh wow, I didn't expect this to happen because maybe it was just because I was too Black, or how come X, Y, and Z didn't get fired, or whatever the case may be. Like, listen, at the end of the day, this ain't your business. This ain't your company. You still an employee. If they feel as if you aren't if they feel as if that you just aren't meshing well, they're gonna remove you. Or it could be for no reason at all. Or it could be, listen, man, we're thinking about, we've been talking, because they're constantly having conversations on the back end of how to continue to keep, this is why ESPN is so big now, Walt Disney, right? They're constantly having conversations on how to get better, how to improve, how to continue to scale the business, right? So they look at things, okay, what's hurting us? What's helping us? Okay, what can we take away? What can we add? There's things that they're constantly talking about. And so maybe it could be like, listen, man, look, we may be looking to go a different direction in this aspect, and we just don't see you in that vision, so we gotta let you go. And then with him letting them go during the actual live, they wanted to get ahead of it. They wanted to get ahead of it before it got out and got into the social media world, and he found out that way. So there's many different reasons as to why he got let go, and then you lead up to this point of him doing what he's doing, because guess what, bro? You got a successful show already. So I don't even understand the reason why you're getting upset. I don't even understand you got your own show and it's doing phenomenal, because y'all were talking crazy. Y'all were talking mad smack to B Marshall from when they left, from when y'all left, from when Fred Taylor and when Channing left from over there. And you was like, listen, I'm glad y'all over here. You didn't create a successful platform. So if anything, I just was like, man, that's water under the bridge. We good. Hey, I had a great time there. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Boom. But we doing big numbers over here. So to be honest with you, we good. But I don't think it warranted him crying though. Regardless of the fact that he remembering OGs telling them that they proud of. Listen, I've been told people proud of me, but you ain't see me out here crying. Hey man, I'm proud of. Hey man, I appreciate you, dog. You know what? That lets me listen, bro. That means a lot. That lets me know I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Y'all rocking with me. I appreciate you. But to be out here crying, I don't know, bro. I just don't. It ain't sitting right with me. It's not sitting right. It's not sitting right with me. Tears don't work for black men on TV. Scenes to do the opposite effect, like it's punishment for being human while taking you to be human and show more emotion. Yes. Well, because honest, let's be real. Let's be real. Can we be honest real quick? When you look at a black man, you see strong. Let's be real. I'm gonna keep it 110% honest with y'all. I get it. You know, there's other races, but when you see black man, you see a strong black man. You see a man who is a rock. You see a man who has gone through things in life, but he's still able to weather that storm, and he's able to do it with such grace. Despite the obstacles that he went through. Right? Does he cry in the shower? Probably. Does he probably scream in the truck while he driving home? Absolutely. I'm pretty sure they got their moments where they got to let all that shit out. But when you out in these streets, you solid as a rock. You stoic. You walk with your head held up high, your shoulders back. You put a smile in your face. You don't got to walk around looking angry and mean all day like the word is against you. No, you put a smile in your face. You walk with confidence. When you step into a room, there should be an aura when you walk into that door. There should be an aura. When you see black men, you don't see weak. That's why we get so pissed when we see these sassy ass black men out here. That's why they get so much pushback. We laugh at the Caucasians. We laugh at the Caucasian ones like, look at this sassy motherfucker over here. I don't take them serious. But when you see a black man that's sassy, like, bro, for real? Like, what type of time you on? What really happened to you to the point that you are at this point? Because we are seen as strong. We are seen like, hey, bro, you can't, no, not me. And so when I see this, it's like, nah, fam, I ain't going. I ain't going. Cause y'all, even on Anton Daniels channel, right? When they was talking about Magic Johnson and EJ Johnson, man, you got this big 6'9", 6'10", big ass, soft, sassy dude. Like, bro, for real? You too tall for that. You way too tall for that. And talk about you taking straight men. You too tall for that, bro. Some things just ain't on. Some things just no. Let's not. Let's not. Let's not. You feel me? So I think that's the reason why it's more expected from other races than it is. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. It's more expected from the Caucasian race than it is any other race. We can see that, like, I remember you a little soft over there, big dog. Like you. Now again, there's some steady white men too who's solid as a rock too, though. So I'm not gonna take that away. But we seem to carry that brunt when we move and the way that we operate in this world. We carry that brunt and we hold that shit well. I agree, YJ.
You know, and want it. So yeah, like that, I wouldn't change. You know, if you ask me, probably the first like Monday of football, when all my friends get to do something like we did, like super special together, yeah, I'd probably change it. You know, I'd probably work harder to like be who they wanting me to be your, like, build relationships with like bosses or executives, you know, because like it's just a relationship game. Because like I just see these people on TV who like aren't better than me, but I know I've never been at the tables they've been accepted at.
But that's what but hold on though. You created your own table, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. This is the issue I have. This is the issue I have. You created your own table. You got fired as an employee, but you're doing phenomenal on your own show that you created. You're doing numbers. Why you worried about trying to go to that table when you got your own? You already created a table. You got two other people that came from a different show. They're on your platform and y'all are doing phenomenal. Why are you worried about that table over there? Same thing with Cam Newton. Like, hey man, listen, I appreciate it. I appreciate everything that y'all did for me, man. I learned from a lot of y'all. You know, the people that were there, the friends that I've gained, the connections that I gained over here. Everything is great. I'm straight, bro. But we still doing numbers over here. We still doing numbers over here on 4th and 1. We still doing numbers over here on the Cam Newton on the other show that Cam Newton got. He doing numbers. So if he gets fired or he gets let go, like, all right, cool, man. I appreciate y'all. I learned a lot while I was here. You know, I even thank you guys for even considering me or even bringing me on to have this experience, because you could have chosen anybody else, but you decided to go with me. And with that, I appreciate. With that, I respect and thank you so much for this opportunity. Go on about your day. So that's what I'm saying. I don't understand this table. Like, man, I just wanted to be, you know, you got other people who aren't as talented. Yeah, we understand that. And great. But guess what? You are talented enough to the point where you created your own stuff. And it's dope. Look at Skip Bayless. Look at Skip Bayless. They are moving Skip Bayless around like a stepchild. Skip Bayless can't operate by himself. Skip Bayless need a Shannon Sharp. Skip Bayless need a Stephen A. Smith in order to bounce off us. He isn't talented. Let's be 110% honest. When you talk about entertainment-wise, when you talk about, hey, let me cut this on and see what they talking about. That ain't Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is only good when he has a great co-host. Because now he can bounce off and he can make his ridiculous takes that he made. Even when he got onto the arena, he didn't even match. Skip Bayless didn't even match the dynamic that they had in there. That's what I'm saying. I don't get that. That's the part where I disagree with. And again, I don't have a gripe or an issue with Ryan Clark, but I just don't like when he do this shit. I don't like it. It's almost like unwarranted to a point. Like, bro, you ain't got to do all of that, man. You doing good. You doing good where you at. You ain't got to come out here crying and stuff. We ain't got to do all that. Come on, man. And especially right, Bull City. And especially coming from the fact that you are a beast on the field. You ready to risk your own life just to hit somebody, knock somebody else off their feet. Risk your own life. Risk it all. One of the hardest hitting defenders of all time. Nah, bro, I ain't going. Mm-mm.
So yeah, you know, there's some things I think I would do differently because I feel like I let them win. You know, I feel like there's a group of people, a faction of individuals who wanted to like devalue my voice, who wanted to take away my platform. I feel like I let them win, you know? But then there's the other side of it of like, my platform isn't as big anyway, or it's not as impactful anyway if I don't do those things. If I'm not that person, if I'm not authentically me, right? And it's not even something I can prove that if I was different, they wouldn't have fired me. I can't prove that.
So why talk about it?
Right? So if I can't prove that, why I would have hated to be fired being something I wasn't. Oh my gosh, that'd be the worst. Young man, like my kids, like they love me.
Then why trip on it? You know, there's a saying. There's a saying on the field, right? There's a saying. Now, okay, I'm gonna say it. There's a saying. You have no regrets if you left it all on the floor after a game. If it was a game that you played, no matter what sport you played, and you left it all out there, you gave it everything you got. I'm talking about to the last piece of the game. Zero, when that clock strikes zero, and you left it all on the floor. Be proud. It just happened. They just got the best of you. But you left it on the floor. You didn't leave anything behind. You didn't hold back anything. You gave it your all. You was going crazy. There was nothing you can do. Cool, you still upset y'all lost. Dang, man, we lost. But you can't look back at that game like, dang, man, I could have done this better. Or dang, I could have done this. Or dang, I could have this. No, it's, hey, man, I gave it my all. And we fell short. That's any coach would tell you, listen, man, any good coach, any great coach would tell you, listen, you left it all on the floor. You didn't hold anything back. You should be proud of yourself. Yes, we fell short as a team, but you won because you left it out on the floor. You didn't hold anything back. You gave it your all. You gave it 120% from the start of the game to the end of the game. Be proud of yourself because you did a phenomenal job. We just fell short as a team. You did what you were supposed to do. And in this case, Ryan Clark, you said that you didn't fake nothing. You were being authentically yourself, correct? So with that being said, you left it all on the floor, bro. You did what you had to do. You just didn't fit with them. Cool. But guess what? You are talented enough. You are talented enough to build your own thing. You have that going. You have that going.
You know what I'm saying? But I felt like I let him down.
Never.
You know, like regardless of how much
you think it's performative? You think it's performative for real life, PJ? You think it's performative?
Money I was able to save and all the opportunities I was given. That's why I'm so focused on like the other people who lost their job. It's like, this helps us, right? My kids get to live a certain way. I get to take care of my parents. I get to help, you know, my brothers and my brother and my nieces and my nephews and so many people because like I'm in a place to where I can have excess because of what I can do so good. And to have that taken away, you know, for whatever it is, if I could have been different in some ways, probably, you asked me on the right day, yeah, I would say I have some regrets.
Sacrifice ain't cheap, man.
I know, you know, the thing, it's like, the thing I just told you I loved comes at a price.
Yep.
Right? I love them both. I loved my job.
And we know.
I love talking football. I love studying it. I love educating people on it. I love making people laugh about it. I love entertaining people. I love the people.
Right. Yeah, exactly, Bull City. One video, one thing I can reference. Look at Creed, right? Look at the first Creed. The first Creed. The first one. He lost that fight, but he won the night. He won the people because he gave it his all. He didn't hold back. He said, no, you ain't finna just beat me because you think I'm a scrub. No, I deserve to be here. And so I'm going to show you why I deserve to be here. This ain't going to be easy for you, bro. That's what leaving it on the floor looks like. Yeah, you lost the fight, but you won the people. That's what's most important. If you want to be honest, bro, if y'all want to be honest, most people think about it's just about the winning, and winning is important. But if you can win the people, hey, it's over with. Because the people gonna follow you regardless. The people gonna rock with you regardless. Win, lose, or draw, they gonna rock with you because they rock with you. Tell me I'm wrong. If you can win over the people, I'll use it. I'll do you one even better. Look at content creation. There are some people who may say I'm crazy, or the takes I take is wild, or there may be some people I look at and I say, man, y'all wild as hell. The type of takes y'all are taking is crazy, and I don't understand how people still listening to y'all. And I'm pretty sure they can say the same to me, right? But again, when you look at the people that's constantly rocking out with them on a consistent basis, like, bro, y'all still rock with this person? How? Because he won the people. Despite whatever topics, despite whatever take that they have, the people still rocking with him. But you're right. Real life PJ. Like it's almost a narrative. It's almost like trying to push a narrative. Like, I'm black, I'm a black man, you know, I love this gang, and you know, they just didn't want a real black man in there because, you know, I ain't gonna hold back. I ain't gonna hold my tongue. I'm gonna talk the way that I talk. Like, man, come on, dog. That ain't your business, bro. Listen, bro, you gotta play the game. You play the game, you still be authentically you, but you gotta understand how to play the game too. And I'm pretty sure he does, but to an extent. He does to an extent. This is nothing but fuel for black blacks that claim the system is against you. Yeah, that's true. All Clark wants to do is fit in. Yeah, that's wild to me. I ain't trying to.
I work with, and I love my community. It doesn't mean I don't love them all. It just means, like, that's the one in particular. I could speak from a matter of perspective.
You would still have one if you let the other one go.
Thank you, Danny.
If you stop talking, if you stop doing, you know, racial justice stuff, if you stop talking about Angel Reese, if you stop talking about Lakes, if you stop doing that, you could still be doing football. Am I wrong?
Thank you, Channing. Thank you, Channing.
I do know.
Thank you, Channing. At some point, listen, regardless of how bad, talk about it on the pivot or something. You don't have to talk about it. He missing it. He just this is where Ryan Clark should say, you know what, you're right. You know what, you're right. You're right. There's a time and place for everything. Everything don't need to be blackity black. We trying to talk football. You up here talking about what somebody talking about Angel Reese. Ain't nobody studying Angel Reese. Let's be 110% honest. Nobody's studying her because she too busy worrying about private jets and what type of visibility that the new hoopers and brought to the WNBA, and she's still traveling. She don't even know how to do a proper pivot. So we ain't worried about injuries and what's going on over there in the WNBA.
That when I was negotiating this contract, I sent a message about how hard I was working to get this deal done and how grateful I was they had given me the opportunity to work at ESPN. And the message I got back was along the lines of, well, you'll be good if you're here, you'll be good if you're not.
Exactly. City.
You know, it wasn't you got some things going on, let me fly out and come talk to you face to face, that he's done for other people. So I think this company in a lot of ways has been showing me, you know, and finally now, here we are. I had a conversation over the summer.
Listen, bro. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this, bro. He doing too much. You doing too much. It went from, hey man, the people say that they proud of me, they love what I, you know, they're happy. OG's giving me props, to now it's, well, you know, man, I love talking about, I love football, I love this thing. And then his co-host telling, well, maybe if you stop talking about certain things, bro, you can talk football, you can speak football, because everything ain't about perspective. Shit, sometimes the white man talking from his perspective too, as a journalist, regardless if he played or not. It's his perspective. It's all, there's facts and then there's speculation on top of it, right? I can speak from a hooping perspective. Why? Because I hoop, but I'm not going to continue to keep using that against you because you have a journalist over here who may have watched the game. So yeah, we're coming from two different point of views. So yeah, we can argue those points, but I'm not gonna continue to keep using that. Well, you know, I'm talking from a black perspective. What? You act as if there weren't white football players that played the same position as you. Everything don't have to come from that perspective. I get it, bro. Here's the thing. I think it's already implied that we're coming from a certain perspective. We don't have to tell you that. I don't have to tell you that I'm coming from a black's perspective. I'm a black man. So I don't have to announce it. I don't have to walk around. Hey man, I'm a black man. I'm walking through the door. I'm here. I'm talking as a black man because I'm already a black man. You can see me. I can see you see me. So there's no reason for me to acknowledge that. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, bro, you making bread out here. Man, listen. If anything, what Ryan Clark should have did, he should have stayed on his point for 30, 60 seconds, made the little clip, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, listen, I got fired, I got let go, but this is just a testimony as to this could have been a motivational standpoint to the people who want to build their own table. This could have been a motivational video. This could have been, hey, listen, man, you know, things happen in life, but you got to continue to keep pushing on. You know, it's one of the things that, you know, that's one of the reasons why I created the pivot, right? Because I wanted to build something that was mine. I wanted to build something that I know that I can be proud of, you know. But yeah, I still wanted to, you know, a dream of mine was to work at the ESPN, to be a host in the ESPN, to be able to talk and have a conversation, talk about the sport that I love. You know, unfortunately, you know, it didn't last as long as I wanted it to, but that's cool. But this is also important as to why, listen, build your own. You build your own table. Listen, you don't have to ask for a handout. You don't have to worry about being accepted. You don't have to worry about getting fired because you have something that you have created and you have built and it's successful. Could have been it. That's what this video could have been. But now we playing victim over here. This is crazy. Right. You feel me? Like, come on, man. What up, my dog? This is what this video could have been. But now we up here crying and talking about running victim. That's crazy, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
I don't understand it. I don't. He wasn't the only one that was let go the way it happened, hurt his ego, and this is how yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's more, excuse me, there's more people that's getting laid off besides Ryan Clark. More to come. He ain't the only one. It just happened right now. But speaking of layoffs, I think this is a great segue into this next topic about Gilbert Arenas. Hey, I agree, Jim. But this is a great segue into this next topic because for those of the people that don't know, Gilbert Arenas got his show back. And so there was a time, you know, where I guess they fired him, and then Gilbert Arenas, they were negotiating on the back end, you know, after the contract was over, he was going to get the rights back to his name, the Gilbert Arenas show and all that, the platform. So within this entire situation, after Gilbert Arenas had already done the negotiation, so he was just sitting back, you know, seeing how the rest of the crew was going to operate because they stayed on the arena. And apparently, you know, according to Gilbert Arenas, Rashad McCants was a snake. So we're going to get into it, and then we're going to give our thoughts and our opinions. But let me read this comment really quick. He says, I can only imagine a world where we actually motivate our people to go out and get it and to not complain. Just keep going. But no, we have to be coddled and appealed to in order to stay poor. Facts. Clark is a beta male. Disgrace to the black race. Crybaby victim. Grifter punk. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. But look, let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification and make sure you share this with your family and your friends. Let's rock out.
One of them chairs. It was for Rashad, but now it's vacant now.
I don't watch everything.
Okay. Let me show you. And I just played.
I'm sure.
Rashad.
My bad, y'all.
First and foremost, I want to say shout out to Underdog. You know, I had to wear what I'm so proud to be wearing. You know, giving us the opportunity to be able to show and prove as the #1 sports show on the internet, YouTube, everywhere else. I just want to be able to.
He's sucking dick. Crazy.
Wait, what?
I think
No. Wait, hold on. What is this? Where is this? When is this?
This was
5. What up with it?
There you go, 2 days ago, something like that.
Can you rewind that again? I can't, because you got this small.
I'll make it. Yeah, because. Ooh.
I can't see.
That's a heavy allegation right there.
Grab that, Rashad. First and foremost, I want to say shout out to Underdog. You know, I had to wear what I'm so proud to be wearing. You know, giving us the opportunity to be able to show and prove as the #1 sports show on the internet, YouTube, everywhere else. I just want to be able to.
He's sucking dick. Crazy.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I almost spit that damn water everywhere. I guess the gloves was off, right? I guess the gloves were off. Oh shit. And I shook your hand before the show.
Well, I talked about my lungs. LeBron said, "Can you
damn? Okay.
It's Glaze Wednesday.
You said this.
Okay.
Wednesday's the
Well, thanks again.
Almost,
Thanks again. You know, obviously he's picked sides, so we already know where he's gonna go. So,
okay,
we got to start bickering. That's why I got the bickering sponsorship. So there's a couple things that stand out because you know that the streets hit me when that happened. First and foremost, you know, in New York they got like SMD is like the phrase. I didn't know on the West Coast that was also a phrase that really gets people going, telling another man that he is.
Oh God! Oh, the glazing,
eating the Franks. Wow, that's crazy to me.
I gotta choose my words carefully.
Choose them carefully. I'm here with you. Pick a side.
Pick a side. And you didn't. And if you know what side would be on, you're picking the opposite. I mean, that goes with, you know, your character on a show, but the opposite of me.
What does that mean? I didn't know that
because I'm moving in a different direction. Gil's Arena season 5. He's choosing to stay there. Oh, okay.
He's choosing to stay Gil's Arena. Is that what we said?
No, Gil's Arena. Like, I'm Gil's Arena moving. Gil's Arena's moving in a different direction. So he's saying he's not coming with his group of Gil's Arena and the name Gil's Arena. So I guess he's staying with Underdog. I mean, obviously you can see he has on everything. So he's basically said, thank you for the opportunity.
He don't got no other shirts.
No, I'm just This one is kind of weird because Rashad was my guy. He understood what it meant to be a content creator.
Mm-hmm.
So this is surprising to me. I seen the signs, but it's Rashad. He does what he does very well. And thank you for the opportunity. I didn't know there was the ones that went to the gym, gave you the call and asked you to do the show. I didn't know every time that they wanted to fire you, I stood 10 toes down.
Hold on.
Huh?
Oh, you going there?
No, you know what? Nah, I'm not. I'm gonna just, you know what? All I can do is watch the ship sail and just, oh man. Hey, oh man.
I think too. I think sometimes some people just don't understand that you can only be player number 2, big dog. Sometimes you think sometimes when you're so good in a group, when you're so dope in a group, when it seems like that, hey man, that motherfucker fire, bro. That nigga tough. But then when they get by themselves, it's like, what happened? Not as entertaining, huh? You're not as dope as you thought you were, huh? You were only dope because you had a group of people around you that you can bounce off of. So it made you seem like you was the dopest one here, but you're not. You're not. Only a few people can actually branch off and be great. There are some, they're only great within that group. That's it. You're only great within the group. You venture out by yourself. You don't want to do that, big dog. Like you can't do that. It's kind of like Jordan Poole, right? Jordan Poole was dope with the Golden State Warriors. He was dope within that confinement of that group because you had Stephen Curry, you had the Draymond Greens, you had the Klay Thompson. So it looked like he was that dude, like, oh, but hey, brother, pretty straight. But then when he went to a team by himself, it's like, it's like, yeah, big dog, you ain't what I thought you were. You ain't what I thought you were. And I think that's the case for Rashad McCants. And again, I may be speaking a little bit too soon about this, but that's okay. I'm always able to hold myself accountable and be like, yeah, I was wrong. But in this case, I think Rashad McCants is talented in the sense of he understands content creation, but I don't think Rashad McCants is dope enough or talented enough to do it by himself and be able to grow something huge. I don't think so. Now, if he does, then you can say, hey, see, you was wrong. I'm like, I bet I was wrong. But saying it right now, I don't think that he could create his own thing and be dope at it. I don't. He's only great with the great supporting. He's only great with the supporting cast. He's not great by himself. What up, my dog Mac? Appreciate you, homie. Some people are just good. Yup. Stay in your lane. That's a fact.
Without me, that's all I can do.
Because this is what I want to know. You knew that before this clip came out, right? Because, like you said, that's your guy. He would have hit you on the hip, right? He would have called.
I wouldn't know. I mean, you know what I mean? I've been working, building, trying to, put us in a situation to elevate. I felt this year we took a step back and we stalled. in me, I have to sacrifice for the betterment of all of us to take the catapult. So, well, all I can say is, I guess I know what side you on. I don't know.
So that mean one of them 6 chairs, I think it was 6'5". You did a preview the other day. So one of them chairs.
No, that's true. No, that's true. That's true, man. That is true. But he ain't doing it by himself though. He still got a co-host. He still has a co-host with him though. So he ain't necessarily built it by himself here. We talk about by himself. Him on the screen by himself, nobody else around him to bounce off of. Can he do it?
It was for Rashad, but now it's you thought it was for, but now it's vacant now.
I guess he said, you know, he on the boat waving. He on the boat wave. Hey, he got the little champagne drinking. They got a little party up there. Look like you gotta remember they moved on without me. They got a little party going on up on the goddamn boat. I can see from my view, they look good. They cheering, they doing a little dance. They got the circle going on, right? He probably got all this little snow bunnies with him going, Rashad. All I can do is smile and wave.
Rashad.
Sit here just like this.
What that is? That's the remote. You finna change the channel?
Yeah, this is the remote
for the channel, right? You gonna change the?
No, the remote to the boat. See, and that's the problem here. I was never getting on that boat. You know? So what I did was this whole season put a bunch of C4 under the ship, sat back and watched to see.
And pull the rug right up under your feet. Whoop, got him. You thought you had something, didn't you, big dog? Yep.
Who was gonna stay on land?
I don't think he's talking to Cole because he already said what he said about. I think he's trying to pick the words carefully of what he's trying to say, but I can say it may be a little bit. I think there's a little bit of that. He kind of upset too because he thought Rashad was really rocking with him like that. You know what I'm saying? He thought they were solid, and then to come find out that he wasn't as loyal as he thought he was. So yeah, I would say so. Probably a little coping in that too. Probably a little bit of upset about that. Because he thought he was gonna take that same crew and he was gonna bring them with him. But Rashad McCants chose a side and it wasn't on Gil's side. So
and who was gonna get on the boat and go? And this, it was just a detonator.
No.
But the best thing with a detonator is, if I blow it right now, some of them can get back to shore. I'm probably sure they can swim. So I gotta wait till it gets deep out there. And then I just, that's it. And then it sinks.
Okay.
But the best part about it is the boat obviously already took off, so there's no returning back.
Yep.
There's no returning back. And the C4 was already planted there from the beginning.
Well, Let's get into some ball.
Man, I was cold blooded. My God.
Hey.
I appreciate you, Nicholas. Man. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for being a friend. It's that Golden Girls. Wow.
Man, you know what? I can't.
And I think too, Matt, is because in previous interviews as well, Gil spoke on the fact and the idea that they tried to let go. They tried to let go of Rashad McCants many times already, but Gil stepped in for him like, nah, bro, we need him on the he part of the crew. Like, nah, we ain't going nowhere. So he went to bat for him many different times. And then when that whole situation with him getting fired from the Gil show, when he sold the show, when he sold his show and got the whole contract deal because he was going to be getting his name back anyway, the name of the show and the rights back of his show anyway. That's what he was going to be doing. He had already negotiated a deal on the back end, so he was just waiting for their contracts to be up so he can make, hey, boom, go ahead and sign this contract, bro, because we good. We already set over here, so he was just sitting back waiting for their contracts to be up. And so during that time, and I think as what he mentioned, what Gil mentioned as well, he was telling Rashad McCants like, hey, these are our people over here, fam. Like these people here, we ain't messing with over here. That's the enemy over there. We ain't rocking with them. But Rashad McCants went against the grain, which is what he was talking about, him rocking the underdog and all that. He went off. He went to the other side, and I think that's why Gil's like, dang, for real? Because he was saying he didn't even see this video, but he just showed it in this video right here. So I think that's one of the situations why he going in like, well, he ain't necessarily going in, but he's speaking in code like a mug.
No, you know what? I can't be mad at Rashad.
That's true.
Man.
That's true. That's true.
And same reason I couldn't ever agree with a change. You see what I'm saying? So how I looked at Rashad was this. When I needed someone to start the show, when I was asking for people, hey, I'm trying to start this show. I have a vision. I don't know what it is. I just need you to trust me. Without question, he said, hell yeah, I got you. Right? The first week, right? You know, Brandon comes on. Guest two didn't show up. So I called Rashad as a filler. It was on boom there. Wednesday, the guest wasn't showing up, so I had to call Rashad and Brandon, can y'all show up? Mm-hmm. Boom, like clockwork, right? 2 weeks in, we're moving. And then from there is, this is who I'm rolling with. The guys who were there to help this vision go. So I want to thank you for believing in me to get you to where you are, right? Like, I mean, Gil's Arena wouldn't have started without, you and Brandon, really believing in, the vision, that I had, because, I can tell you that a lot of people that I thought was gonna participate didn't. And then after 2 weeks, when they started calling, I don't speak English either now. So when the talks of removing you, because, they didn't understand what you brought to the table, there was never no wavering. There was never no wavering, like, so. But right, you get the raise, you get, hey, if you the face, it's Rashad.
Listen, man, at the end of it all, I'm just, sometimes some people just don't see the vision. Some people don't see the vision like you do, and And to be honest with you, it's okay. Everybody can't come with you. And all you just tell them at the end of the day, listen, bro, I get it. You don't see the vision like I do. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. When I'm there, just know. I told you the vision. Don't try to come back, man. Nah, bro. Like I was big dog. Nope. I love you, but I'm good on you. But I think, but ultimately though, I think Rashad McCants, he might find a place to land. You know, something might pop off. I think they should probably have a conversation on the back end, but I don't know. I think Gil is too petty. I think Gil petty, so I don't think he's gonna have that conversation with him. He might, but then I don't foresee it happening. But with Rashad McCants, I don't know. Hopefully he lands somewhere dope, you know, and he continue to keep on growing his platform, growing his brand. Now we already know Gilbert Arenas, he's gonna continue to keep on shining. So at the end of the day, both of them gonna be dope. They're gonna be doing what they do, but I do find that to be kind of messed up though. I ain't gonna hold you. That could have been the conversation that could have been had on Rashad's on Rashad's behalf and Gil. They could have had that conversation on the back end, like, hey man, I'm thinking about going this route, you know, for whatever reason, instead of just popping out and like, yeah, bro, I'm going the opposite way. Like, damn, bro, for real? You ain't gonna even talk to the fella who brought you on, who even got you to this position? That's crazy. But it's people like that in this world, man. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yes, sir. All right. So now this video here, I want to go to next. Now this one here is going to be a little bit longer. Listen, I almost did a pop the balloon video for y'all. I almost did, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I almost did. I was this close. I was like, should I do a pop the balloon? I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. So I had found a different video. I found a different video. Real life, he just said, please don't. I almost did, bro, but I didn't. I was like, nah, I'm good. I ain't gonna do it. I said, I could be petty, but you're right. When it's popping, don't come back. Don't want to hear that. I'm proud of y'all. Hey, you feel me? Like, I don't want to hear none of that. No, don't come back now. You had the opportunity, but you didn't see the vision because you didn't see the results. Now that we got the results, don't be trying to slide your way up in the mid. Hey, man, you got to put me on. Nah, I'm good. I tried, but you didn't see the vision, so I'm straight. I'm good on you. You good, big dog. Sassy mouth Dave Chappelle.
Social.
All right, so this is a good one. I want to get into this. I think, and again, I said this video is a little longer, right? So my plan with this video is I'm probably going to clip it up 3 different times because there's 3 different points in this video. But PDB like the copyright strike. Oh, does he? Oh yeah. That's why I stopped doing it. That's why I stopped doing pop the balloon. But this next one here is Donnie Wiggins, right? For those of y'all who don't know, Donnie Wiggins was one of the girls who be with David Shands, and they be talking about money and business and things like that. So they branched out with another show where they talk about successful people and how it's hard for successful people to date, right? And I thought this one was pretty interesting to talk about. And for those of y'all who don't know Donnie Wiggins, she also was on, I think it was Tonight's Conversation at one point. And when she was going back and forth with Cooley, when Cooley was like, well, I'm 6'4", I'm a 6-figure earner, you know, and then she kind of, what some people on a different side of the aisle are going, well, she cooked him and vice versa. So that's Donnie Wiggins. So we're going to get into this video and then we're going to give our thoughts and opinions. So, hey, like I said, this video is long. So let's go ahead and get into it, man.
part-time. So I'm doing the things that pay the bills, the skill sets that pay the bills.
Okay. Do you work a full-time job?
I do.
You have a lot going on, Tramika. You work
It flows, though. It flows.
It sounds like a lot. So I just interviewed a gentleman that you'll see that we probably saw a week ago. And one of the things that he was talking about was how he valued a woman who had the ability to be flexible. And a lot of men desire a woman who's flexible, but maybe not your man. Let me first find out, what kind of man do you go for?
I do want an entrepreneur as well, because that's what I'm familiar with. And I know it's like a stigmatism around the whole job thing. And I feel like, just like me, like if you have your job to pay the bills, but you have an end goal, you have vision, I'm cool with that. So I do want a guy with purpose, that's following his purpose, that's working towards his purpose. So as in me, if you have to have a job to get there, then.
So it's okay that today he works a 9 to 5, but he has to also be entrepreneurial. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I need to know the business plan. I need to understand what's going on, because I don't want you comfortable in the 9 to 5. And my 9 to 5 is not typical.
Your 9 to 5 isn't?
No.
What is it?
So I work with an agency. If I wasn't doing that, I would be full-time hairstylist, which I still do hair too, because it brings money in.
Okay, hold on.
But the agency is with photography, though.
Girl.
No. It will make sense in about 2 years from now.
Okay.
It'll all make
Real
sense.
quick. So to those of you guys who are watching this, Exit Interview, this is a new show that myself and my business partner, David Shans, have created, because there are so many eligible single entrepreneurs. And we're just talking about Atlanta right now. We're trying to get to the bottom of why. But I also want to get to the bottom of understanding what you want versus what you actually need. And you want a man who has vision. You want a man who has a plan. You know, I'm a business coach in real life. Like, you know that I work behind a lot of these brands and I help them get their shit together.
Yeah.
You're giving me all over the place. Like there isn't really a plan, but you're telling yourself that there's a plan, but you're doing everything right now to make money.
Yeah. So what do you think about, I've had to have these conversations, even with my best friend, with myself, because I'm not a person of a 9 to 5. I don't want to work a regular job. So because
it's so funny how a lot of people use that term entrepreneur now. It's a buzzword at this point. Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. Really? To be honest with you, bro, anytime somebody tell me they're an entrepreneur, I damn near don't trust them at this point. I'm an entrepreneur. Oh, word? Oh, yeah? How so? What do you do? Because I would look at it as this. Instead of saying entrepreneur, I would call it a side quest that I'm working on to replace my full-time job. I would not call myself an entrepreneur yet. I would have to be, in order for me to call anybody an entrepreneur, I would say, listen, you got to be in business at least 5 years, and you have to be profiting. And that's me. Listen, that's me being, that's on the light scale that I'm saying that. Because if anything, if I'm playing on a hard scale, at least 10 years. And you have to be profitable in your business with employees. Right now, it's a side quest. I call it, so you got a side quest going on that you want to replace your 9 to 5 with. Got you. I wouldn't call you an entrepreneur yet, but I get it. You know, word of mouth, you know, the tongue is powerful. You got to say it in order to believe it. I understand that too, but there's also other ways to be There's also other ways that you can apply that, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't mean anything bad, right? It's a side quest that I'm working on to replace my 9 to 5. Great. Because I think it drives for more questions, especially if you're talking to somebody you don't know, right? I then think that it would bring better conversation too. Because somebody say you're an entrepreneur, and say you're talking to a true entrepreneur, they're gonna look at you like, man, you ain't no entrepreneur, man. Get out of here. It's a side hustle. Atlanta have the most, don't have it right now, but I will in the future, entrepreneurs that base their dating prospects on what they think they would have in the future. Right, entrepreneur mean rich to them, so you got to be rich and available too. Right. I'm a small business owner. I run a production and image consulting company. Hey, there you go. Yeah, side quest, man. Just call it side quest.
And I like to dance. I
see you on Instagram upside down in a handstand, literally. No, she's really pole dancing upside down. Like I told her before this that I need to hang out with her because I want to do it.
So I feel like make the money, but put it in a vehicle to invest, put it in an asset. So, and it's something that I kind of went back and forth to, like, should I have this prestige title, or should I just scale more as a hairstylist? Should I go and work with someone in photography in that arena? But I seen yesterday.
Okay, I'll let it keep playing. But shorty, you got a lot going on. So do a personal audit. Do a personal audit on the things everything that you got going on. Because you say you do trading, you do hair, and you work for an agency, right? Do an audit. Figure out, okay, where's the brunt of my money coming from? Where am I making the most money? Where is it easier for me to gain clients? What is actually working? Is it the hair? Is it the trading? Which one is it? Because we're not focused on the job, because the job is there to pay the bills. We're not focused on the job. We focus on the side quest that you got going on. Which one is driving more revenue for you? Is it doing hair, or is it trading? Then once you figure that out, it's like, okay, well, I realize it's the hair. Bet. Now all of your money, now you can start dialing back. You doing trading, and you put your money and your funds into the hairstylist, and you start investing into that asset, so that way you can grow your business and you can scale your business. Now, when you get to a place where your business is a well-oiled machine and it can operate on its own without you there, then you can start finding other quests that you can dive into. But you got to build one thing first. You can't be building all of them at the same time, because you ain't gonna get nowhere.
Alex Harmonzi, he did a YouTube video, and he was saying how someone in sales said that he was tired, and he was making a lot of money in it. And
y'all, I think Tramika thinks that she's about to trick me into business.
No,
coaching, and that's not what we're doing.
I'm just explaining. No,
money, baby. That's not what we're doing. So my point to asking that question, though, is that a lot of times we as women have these prerequisites of what we want in men, and we're not there yet.
And I'm okay. Like, if you're where I'm at,
okay,
that's fine.
Where are you?
I can provide for myself.
Okay.
I have my own.
Okay. You're hustling.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be hustling. Listen, when I started as an entrepreneur, before I was full-time, I probably hustled like 5 or 6 different income streams. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in my opinion, and this doesn't mean that it's right or wrong, in my opinion, it wouldn't have been the most fair thing for me to require that a man had all of his stuff together and that he met all of these prerequisites at that season in my life.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been more fair for me to say, hey, I'm cool with the guy who's also figuring it out because that's where I am. And maybe we can figure this out together.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that you can't have your standards.
Right.
By any means. That doesn't mean that you don't have a man who has like character traits and all the things that you absolutely want. But I think that, I think a lot of what's happening right now in culture is everybody has expectations of each other that they don't even meet themselves.
Yeah. And I agree because I hear the talk on social and I'm against that. Like, I do believe that where I'm at, I'm okay with where he's at. If he's not a millionaire yet, that's okay. But
She said, if he's not a millionaire yet,
because I will be.
We just skip straight past the if he's not.
I'll be honest though. I think when we talk about standards, right? I think there should be a base level. There should be base level standards, and then there should be this is what I want. This is where I see the vision. This is where I want to be, right? And so I'll use a sports reference for some people who can understand, right? And I think that this is why a lot of women need to start playing sports too, so they can get a better understanding. Not so they can understand the reference, but we learn a lot from playing sports, right? And we can tie it to many different things. Say you an athlete. Say you come into high school, right? So say you a dope athlete in high school, and you have this one coach. They're allowing you. You know, they're a little bit more open because you know you're the best player on the team. You know, you get the green light. You pretty much are able to do what you wanted to. You the man on the team, right? And the coach letting you do whatever, let you shoot up crazy shots, letting you do whatever it is because you the one that's doing. You scoring 20-some points a game. Cool. Now, you had this opportunity to go to a college. You get to this coach, and this coach here is strict. I'm talking, he different. He ain't like the old coach. He ain't like the old coach to let you do whatever it is that you want to do. This coach here, strict about everything. Every little thing that you do, every little detail, he gonna get on you about. If you let your man blow past you, you gonna run. If you let your man blow past you, or if you let that man score on you or get you on the backdoor cut, you gonna sit down on the bench. If you shoot a shot that you were supposed to make the extra pass, but you decide to shoot it, you gonna sit on the bench. Or if you decide if you make a mistake on the defensive play, right? You're sitting on the bench. Somebody else is coming in. So this coach here is totally different, and he has a standard. But this coach chose you. This coach chose you, even though the standard is here. The standard is up here. He tells you before, hey, listen, our standards is here. I understand where you're at right now. You're right here. You're right here. But the coach is willing to work with you in order to get you to that standard. And I think the problem with these relationships, a lot of these women, they have these high-ass standards, but they're not willing to work with that person to get to the standard in which they see the vision of themselves being. They just think, oh, you got to come in, you got to already be at this standard. Like, shorty, you ain't even there yet. How you expect me to be there? You ain't even there yet. And on top of that, if I'm already here, why am I looking down there to get you? I'm gonna find somebody that's already up here. And so I think that's the problem. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think a lot of women bite off more than they can chew, meaning they value themselves a lot higher than what they actually are. Just because you out here doing X, Y, and Z, you got many things going on, that don't mean you got a high standard. Nah, you just working a lot. You got a lot of things going on, and I respect the vision. I respect it, but you ain't there yet to demand something out of me. You're crazy. To that college coach is throttling your talent and refining your game. Some players will perceive that as, oh, he has his foot on my neck. Some see it as molding me. Exactly. Some are going to step up to the plate like, yes, sir. And they understand that it's going to improve the game versus the other ones, they going to fall back. Man, that coach trash, bro. He don't even let me do nothing, man. See, he don't like me for real. No, he just got a standard, and you aren't abiding by his standard. You aren't upholding the standard. So therefore, you're going to ride the bench. You're going to ride the bench. Or he's just going to kick you off the team if you don't comply. It is what it is. I had a marketing aid gig some time ago in Atlanta. I heard this a dime a dozen. when I did my consultation, they didn't have nothing going on.
Able yet, if he doesn't have his business, if he's not a millionaire yet. So ideally for you, you ultimately want to land a man who's a millionaire.
Yes, because I am on that path. So
okay,
I don't mind that if he's not that yet. I don't mind us being equal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're currently a high income earner.
No. Well, I don't know what would be considered. I mean, I make enough to take care of myself.
Okay.
So,
no.
As an entrepreneur, even though, I mean, it's as an entrepreneur. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Can we just talk like we're girlfriends? Because you're nervous.
Yes.
I just want you to talk to me like, girl.
Yes.
Listen. Because you are nervous, and I want you to be. I want to fairly position you to give your point.
Right.
But at the same time, I am going to push back a little bit.
Yes.
Because I feel strongly, and that doesn't mean that you do. That doesn't mean that everybody does. I feel strongly about having these final requirements, these finite requirements of people that we don't yet have. Because what if you're missing out on the guy who's hustling just like you, who's not yet a millionaire? Maybe he doesn't want to be a millionaire. Have you figured out why you need a millionaire?
It's not really about the dollar amount. I think it's more so the mindset. And I feel like, why cap yourself at a certain amount? Because I know it's talk on how much a guy should make, and I don't feel like it's really a dollar amount on that. I feel like it's more so of a mindset.
What's the mindset of a millionaire?
What are your habits? Like, what is your morning routine? What is your goal? What is your plan? Where do you see yourself?
She lost, bro. She lost, fam. She don't know. She doesn't know. I think she's still early in the game. I think she just started now listening to some positive people. You know, she probably heard it a million times on Instagram or on TikTok. She probably done went to a few, she may have gone to a couple of those little conventions. And so she got this saying, what's your morning like? What are you waking up like? She barely even understand what she's talking about. Cause she ain't got nothing going on for real. I'm gonna be honest. I think that she's working, but I think she's trying to position herself as she's already doing her thing. Now, I do applaud her for being honest about like, I ain't no millionaire yet. I'm working towards it, and I get the mindset too. But I also believe that there's this thing where it's you try to be too positive about the conversation. It's like, you starting to sound a little bit too sketchy for me. I don't like that. What's your mindset like? Because you ain't no millionaire, so how you know what a millionaire mindset like? How you know what they morning like? How you even know if they wake up? How you even know if they even wake up early in the morning? Some of them don't. Let's be 110%. Every millionaire, everybody has their method as to how they're a millionaire. Guess what? Same thing with fitness enthusiasts. All of them had their method of how they got fit and how they stay fit. All of it works. Pick your poison. So what are we talking about right now, bro? If this woman saw me move, she would assume I do nothing. I move with the market and current of the business world. She would miss it. I guarantee you. Facts. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. So how would you know what the millionaire mindset is? How you know what a millionaire's mindset is? All millionaires don't operate the same. Yeah, some of them have a baseline, but their day-to-day ain't the same. A millionaire who's a streamer, he moved differently than somebody who is a real estate agent and that's a millionaire. They have two different mornings. Their mindset is totally different from each other. But one thing that you can't say about them is that them motherfuckers work. They get to work, they grind, they put on the work. So I guess you can use that mindset. They work. That's what they have in common. They work.
What do you see yourself making? If you don't see yourself as a millionaire, then I feel like that tells a lot because it's possible. So why not embrace that possibility? You know? No.
So a 7-figure earner has a morning routine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Donnie a
Broke people
millionaire.
have morning routines.
Yeah.
I think Donnie a millionaire her dang self. If I'm not mistaken, I know for sure her and David Shands, I'm pretty sure they are. I'm 100%. I'm 100%. I'm pretty confident in that. And she tall too in real life. Donnie is.
But he doesn't have to have 7 figures yet. Because I don't have it.
But you want him to want 7 figures.
Right.
Yeah.
And I get up at 5 a.m. I work out.
Do you know that only 1 in 4 men make 6 figures?
And I'm okay with being alone. I'm okay with that.
Girl, they're gonna eat you up in these comments. I can't even. I'm trying to give you something. Like, you're giving me nothing. I'm trying to protect you. Only 1 in 4 men make 6 figures.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
You're not going for it.
I mean, if I don't come across that, that's because I can be that woman with 6 figures.
So she don't make 6 figures, y'all, because she said I can be that. Because see, she's speaking of future tense. She's speaking of because I work, because I'm doing multiple things right here. I want my man to do the same. Shorty, you ain't even making 6 figures yet. Just by the way you talking, you ain't making 6 figures yet. Because listen, people who will, and typically this is, and we coming from a woman's perspective, right? Typically, a woman who's making 6 figures, she gonna let you know. She gonna let you know she making 6 figures. Now listen, I make 6 figures on my own. Like I make X amount, and they got that number down to the T. I make this amount a year, and I need him to be here at minimum. She definitely she in between. I'm gonna give her, she in Atlanta. I'm guaranteed she probably anywhere between 40,000 to 60,000. That's probably how much she making right now. Anywhere between 40 to 60,000. Maybe 70.
I enjoy my own company.
Only 1% of men make 7+ figures.
But he doesn't have to right now. But it's
you keep saying right now. He has to eventually.
Yeah. I mean,
Thanks.
I hate to put a dollar amount on it though.
But you're putting a dollar amount on it. You did it. I didn't say it. You said it. You said that I want a man who makes 7 figures eventually. You said I'd be okay if he doesn't make 7 figures today.
Yeah.
Right now. And then when I said only 1 in 4 men, which would be what, 25% of men make 6 figures. You said I'm cool being alone.
Yeah.
That means that that's not appealing to you.
I would say
she cooking her ass right now. Jesus Christ.
Why cap yourself though? Like why? Because it's not, like I said, I'm not there yet. So it's okay if you're not either. But I see myself there.
Hold on. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think it's actually the dollar amount, or do y'all believe that these women just want to say millionaire just because it's a buzzword and it sounds good? Do y'all believe that these women truly want a millionaire, or do they understand what a millionaire is, or they don't care, even if this man made $500,000 a year, or they just want to be able to say I'm a millionaire? They just want to say that to their people. They want to be able to brag at people that they are a millionaire. You think both who carry? Antonio said she would say ew lawn care, but you're right. These women just want a man with money. Just an ideal. I feel that. She can't conceptualize the convo. That's why she's struggling. Yep.
So I would want the same mindset in return. Like if you're the type of person, oh, I can't, because I've come across people that have said like, I don't see that in my lifetime, like maybe in the next lifetime. I feel like that's so limiting. And if that's your mindset,
well, that's different than what you're saying. So someone who has a limited mindset, meaning they can see and identify their ceiling, I can see that being unattractive.
Yes.
But that can happen at any level, not necessarily just a 6-figure level, just a limited mindset, period. Like I'm a 7-figure earner. I'd like to be an 8-figure earner. If God blesses me so, I'd like to be a 9-figure earner. And actually, if I'm being totally honest, I don't know if I care to be a 9-figure earner because I don't know that I care to do that kind of work. I would rather be somewhere chilling. You know, the effort that it takes to build a 7-figure business?
Yeah.
Like a lot. Would you rather a man who makes 7 figures and has no time for you or a man who makes 6 figures and has time for you?
Definitely time for me.
So then you don't need a 7-figure man.
Well, no, I guess not then.
All right. I'm trying to throw your girl a lifeline. Because listen, I say all the time.
I think people need to start getting into here's my thing. And I think I'm gonna start doing this too. And I think I'm gonna start recording it. I think this would be dope. And I'm gonna ask y'all, should I make it a Patreon video or should I do it, or should I actually make it a public video on YouTube? What I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna start walking around. I'm going to specific areas. And I'm gonna start asking these people, are you a millionaire or what? And what is it that you actually do? What is your day-to-day like? Is it hard work every day? Or is it, hey, I work for about 2 to 3 hours out the day and then I'm chilling? I want to know what a day in the life of a millionaire actually is. Like, don't give me no surface level BS. Don't give me the, hey man, just work hard, bro, and then you can do. Nah, give me a breakdown. Give me a rundown of what that looks like. When you wake up, when that clock strikes, or do you wake up by yourself? You wake up in the morning, as soon as you get out of bed, what are you doing? Quinn has entered the chat. Women are so stupid. I think that would be great to give people an understanding of what an actual millionaire is and what their life is actually like. Like, what are they doing? Because I think people just say that word millionaire and they don't understand what comes with that. They think it's just, oh, well, I'm a millionaire. I can just kick around. I can just kick it. We can go take a trip to Cabo. We can sit back in the beach, watch the water. Nah, pimping. They working. So nah, I need to, I think I'm gonna do that. I think that'd be great to do, and then to bring it back to y'all so we can have some conversation about it. But I just need to know, should I do it? Should I make it a Patreon video or should I do it or should I make it a public video?
You know, we have this whole like independent woman movement, men who want them or men who don't want them.
I'm not her.
Come help me.
Yeah, I'm not her.
I don't have to consistently be the level of ambitious that I am today for myself by myself. I could come in and support somebody and I know that I could scale. I'm a multiplier. I can scale a 6-figure earner if that's what I need. But if I'm being honest, I don't know. Can you do a whole lot more with $1 million that you couldn't do with $750,000?
Not really.
Well, you don't even know. You've never earned it.
Yeah.
So why do you even think you require it?
So I don't necessarily think I require it, just to put things into a tangible space. Because like I said, really, it's just mindset for me. Like, I don't mind somebody that is ambitious to the point where
that's a fat food, Carrie. Man, I was out there. I forgot. I was out there a couple weeks ago, out there at Global Ambassadors. Man, we was talking to this guy. He was talking about stocks. He was giving us some information on some stocks, and so he pulled out his phone quick. He said, "Yeah, man, this is what I made today." He said, "I just made 40 bands." So I made 40 bands off of off the market today. Pulled up his account and then pulled up his Fidelity account, but he had $2 million in that bitch. I said, lovely. I said lovely. I said that's beautiful. That's beautiful, my man. That is beautiful.
Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be millionaire.
You see
but
how we start talking ourselves out of this BS that we thought we needed? Like, we thought we needed this, and you think about it and you're like,
I got you.
I don't really need that.
Yeah.
What I need is an ambitious mindset. I need a man with an abundant mindset, but I'm not going to tell you what you need. I'm telling you what I need.
Mm-hmm.
I need an abundant mindset.
Yeah.
I do need a man who provides for himself.
Yeah.
Finances are important. But do I need somebody who makes quite as much as I make? I don't know. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I've dated people who do.
Mm-hmm.
I've dated people who don't. And guess what? Both of them didn't work out.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Both of them didn't work out. So you have to really get down to what you need. So let's talk about this. In your last relationship, why did it end?
Facts.
How long have you been single?
Maybe about 2 years.
2? That's not bad. How old are you?
36.
You're 36. Do you have children?
I have a daughter. She's just graduated high school. She's 17, be 18 in October.
Okay. So do you want more children?
I'm open.
Okay. So you are a great age. You are beautiful. You're a whole vibe. All right. Look at y'all. See her? She's cute. She's really, really attractive. You have a 17-year-old daughter. So she's out of the way. It's not, I don't want to say not a factor, but not really a factor to your availability in terms of dating life. You're open to have more children. So you can really date in whatever age bracket you want. You could go a little older. You could go a little younger. What's your preference?
So I've dated both. And I've dated older, and they seem to have a mindset of like a 20-year-old. And I've dated younger, and they seem to have it, some are a lot more mature. So I don't really have a preference. I don't want to do below like 30. That's definitely.
You're 36?
Yeah.
So 5 or 6 year age gap for you is cool.
It's pushing it.
That's pushing it?
Maybe 33. I think I prefer older though.
You prefer?
Man, she needs stability in her life. That's what she needs. She all over the place. I'm gonna be honest with you. She needs stability. That's what she needs. She doesn't have any stability in her life. She say what she wants. Cool. You can have what you want. You can want what you want. What you need, she need a man with stability. Real talk. And there's a lot of men that are stable men and they make good money. I don't think she built for that life. That entrepreneurial man life, because you can't sit up here and say you want a millionaire, but then turn around and say, I still want time with him. You ain't gonna get that. So I'm gonna need you to dial it back. Maybe you can get you a 300K dude. Maybe. You might have to push it to 100K, maybe 90K. You be straight. Put it together, y'all make 6 figures. Something, bro. Something. You all over the place. I think she really need to sit down with herself and start writing in a notebook or something and just really dial in on what she wants versus what she needs. Because a lot of things she's just saying sounds like she's just saying it because she heard somebody else say it, and she's like, well, I want a millionaire man. Well, okay. What do you mean you want a millionaire man? What does that mean? What does that look like? Well, he got to have the mindset. Okay, what does that mindset look like? What is the mindset of a millionaire? How he wakes up in the morning, and does he work out in the morning? Because I work out in the morning. All right. What is it that you can buy with $1 million that you can't buy with $750,000? Nothing really. Oh, so you really don't need $1 million? I mean, I don't. Exactly. You don't even know what you want. You just talking. You're just talking. Just talking at this point. You don't need a man right now. You don't need a man. You need to focus. You need to dial in. You need to go ahead and reconfigure Kentucky windage, your mindset. Bring it back, zero it in, and figure it out what it is that you need, not what you want. Because you all over the place. You got a number of things going on. Exactly. That's exactly what it sounds like, a retirement plan. You got a number of things going on. You talking about you got your job, but you don't want to be working your job for a long time. Then you talking about you do trading part-time. You make a little money from it, but you ain't figured it out yet. Then now you do hair. Listen, I say, listen, focus on the thing that you probably best at, which is probably doing the hair. Focus on hair, focus on doing the hair, and focus on growing that thing big. Listen, I get it. We all want to own multiple things. We all want to do multiple things, but first you got to focus on the one thing first to get you there. Once you get there, once you built this thing up over here, now you can have more side quests that you can tap into. I want to own multiple pieces of real estate. But guess what? I'm not going to focus on that right now until I build this, until I build this platform first, until I get it to the place where I need it to be, where it's a well-oiled machine, where we making bread off of it, where we making 6 figures a month off of it. Now it's like, all right, now I know this is dope here. We straight here, and we building up the Patreon. You know, we got the ENG community, the Earn Not Giving community. We locked in. We having trips and meetups all over across the goddamn country. Now it's like, all right, we straight. Now I can focus on building this over. Now I can focus on another side quest and starting to get my properties how I want to. Can't be doing multiple things at one time. You will never get done, bro. You'll never get anything done. So she got to dial it in. Kentucky windage that mindset, dog.
But you just said they have the mindset of a 20-year-old.
The ones I have, I don't know.
Do you know what you want?
I know I want somebody that knows like that's ambitious and that's like we just talked about, that has direction, that knows his purpose.
So our friend sitting here told you before we got started, don't read the comments.
Okay.
Don't read these comments. Because I don't know if you know what you want.
Right.
But that's okay, because we're about to figure it out. Because my intent is for us to find love based on real factors, like real stuff that actually matters. At the end of the day, if a man makes my thought process on money, though, and I don't want to get it twisted. Like, I don't want to seem like a person who doesn't value stability financially. I do, right? But I've dated 7-figure, 8-figure plus earners before, and their money isn't your money. Does it really matter? I am more interested in what we can build together, right? I do find it attractive that you have your thing going on. I do find it attractive that you were disciplined enough to bring an idea into fruition. But your money is never really my money. So how much of it you have, I don't know that it matters as much as, like you said, the mindset, but I know the mindset. I've studied it. I am it. Right. And so when we're thinking about it, I want to understand and I want to understand why you feel like you need that much, because I think the truth is you don't really know.
So I don't think I need that much, because I'm truly a lover girl.
She wants the experience of it, man. I'm telling you, she don't know what she wants in life, but when a lot of people say millionaires, they think about the experience of a millionaire. They're not talking about the money, the actual money in the bank. Oh, it's a millionaire. No. If I'm able to show you, put it like this. If I'm a $500,000 earner, because typically I'm still going to be around a lot of millionaires, correct? If I'm making $500,000, I'm still in the top. I'm still in the top percent of men already, right? Considering the fact that I make $500K, right? I'm still in these circles with these other guys. And there are plenty of things that I can afford that they also can afford. I can afford pretty much almost the same thing that these millionaires are affording over here, without, give or take some things. But roughly I'm in that vicinity. All I got to do is bring you the experience. You're going to think you straight. I just give you the experience. I bring you the experience. I put you in places, or I take you to certain hotels, take you to certain trips. We ain't flying economy. We flying first class. We flying business class. All the dope shit that everybody talk about on Instagram. I'm giving you this life. I'm showing you this in real life. You are experiencing this in real life, and I make a $500K. You ain't tripping off that meal. You ain't tripping off a meal. Then if I pull up in my Porsche, guess what? Guess what happens? He in that Porsche? Come on, man. It just sound good.
So I really had to, and I think it's me too. I had to mother myself, and I'm still, trying to, like you said, understand what I actually want. So with me being a lover girl, it was, if I love you, we can figure it out. But I felt like I had to say, hey, it can't just be about love. It does have to be, like, you do have to. Oh, I hate to say that.
Say it. You said a lot. I promise you this won't hurt.
I feel like you have to bring more to the table. Like, it can't just be I love you and I'll figure it out. Because I've been, especially being a mother, I've always been in that masculine, been in that provider type of role, I guess.
Have you ever been married?
No.
Do you know why? I hate this question, by the way. I hate the question, why aren't you married?
Because it's a real life question. That's just like asking, why should I hire you? That's a real question. Regardless of how much we hate it, it's my dog. It's a real life question, though. When you go to a job interview, what do they say? So why do you think we should hire you? Even though we may believe it's the dumbest question in the world. Like, what you mean why you think you should hire me? First of all, you the one I applied. You wanted the interview, so I'm pretty sure there's a reason why you should hire me. You feel me? Because I applied for the position, and apparently my resume stood out to you, and that's why. That's why you should hire me. And I want to work here. Like, what are you talking about? So yes, why you're 36 years old, you have a kid that's a teenager, which means you had a kid very young. Okay, so throughout your years of life, you telling me that you ain't come across one man? So what was your problem? Because we have to have that self-audit talk. Okay, so what was it? What was your mindset? What was going on between that time and now? Because that's a lot of life that you lived up till now. And you telling me you ain't find one? You ain't found one. Interesting. Just like she said, just like Donnie said earlier. She said she dated a man that made $1 million, and she dated a man that made less than her. And yet still, she's still single. So we got to ask the question, what happened, Donnie? Why are you still single? That's a real question. It ain't to try to undercut you. It ain't trying to call you nothing. It's just, listen, man, you gave us the information, and guess what? So now I got a follow-up question. Why?
If I could solve that.
Right.
But why aren't you married?
I focused on my daughter most of the time. So
I feel that.
It's not like I didn't want to. I've come across men, but it's like if you're not a good fit for her, and just protecting her space as a female. I'm sorry, she just graduated, and it's
Zell, right there.
I'm sorry, I'm such a woman.
You just graduated high school?
Yeah, so it's been a whole year. So
no, listen. When my daughter went to college, I needed a support group, like depression. Like, I did not know how I was going to make it day to day. Being an empty nester was absolutely no fun. It was just me and her. She changed. My daughter changed when she turned 14 years old. She became a person that I did not recognize. Right? But when she left the house, I was used to this little girl just being in her room. But when she left the house and went to college, like what you're doing right now, I did randomly. I could be dancing to Jeezy and randomly breaking down just like this. So I totally get it. I also sacrificed a large portion of my early dating.
Listen, man, listen. Yeah, we know it's hard. It's hard to go through life as a single mom. We understand how hard. Listen, ladies, I need y'all to understand something too. Men understand that it's hard to be a single mother. We actually do understand that. However, we have to also have that other side, that conversation on the other side too, that we always try to avoid. Yeah, we get it. It's hard. It's tough. It's tough being a parent in general, right? But you doing it by yourself, we know it's even harder. And so the mindset that a lot of y'all have when y'all are having these conversations, this is where the men push back. It's like what your life is looking like right now don't match what you're talking about. You're talking about you want X, Y, and Z, you doing this, but your life don't say that. Your life don't say that at all. One of the things is this. I want to make sure as I continue to build this platform, as I continue to grow, as I continue to keep getting bigger, right? When we do hit these millions, there's gonna be difference. There's gonna be you're gonna see it, because I'm also gonna be one of those people who are gonna be very transparent too. I'm gonna show you and tell you, like, hey, bro, this is what I'm rocking out with. That's what I'm making. Because I want people to see that, hey, it's actually possible to do it. And I did it in real time in front of y'all. But in her case, she's just all over the place. She doesn't have anything dialed in. And then the question asks, okay, Shorty, you went from this time to this time, you had a kid and all this, and I get it, you focus on your kid, which you should. So what happened to the baby's father? Where's the child's father? What's going on with that? What's going on with that situation? Why you didn't try to make that work? What happened there? So we got to ask the questions to get a better understanding of the situation. So that way we just won't be saying crazy shit and we don't know nothing. We won't just be speculating just based off of the small information that you gave us. So we'll have a better understanding. But I do think that she started crying because she didn't have an answer. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I think that was her way of deflecting, because she didn't have an answer as to why she wasn't married yet, or why she didn't have anybody. So that, that little cry was like, dang, I really thought I'm 36 years old. My daughter about to graduate and I ain't even got a man. I'm finna be in the house by myself. Probably another reason why she doing so much, why she doing hair, she working, she constantly on the go, because now she realized she got to sit with that by herself now.
Life for my daughter. It just needed to be just me and her for whatever reasons I concocted in my head.
Yeah.
So I fully understand that.
Yeah. And I think I just wanted to make sure she had a safe space. Like I didn't want to bring other people around. But I feel like now I'm at a place to, where she is. She's going to Clark. So
like Atlanta.
She's trying to get away from me. So I feel like I'm at a place now to where I'm more so open, because I've come across men, and it could have been me, kind of brushing it off.
Something tells me it could be you. But it's okay, because we're about to work through that.
Yeah.
No, seriously, because the energy that I feel, I want you guys just seriously, the energy that I feel from you, I think you are potentially an outstanding woman. And the only reason that I use the word potentially is because I don't know you, right? I think potentially you are outstanding. I think that sometimes we allow the facade of what we see on the internet to determine our standards.
Yeah.
Even to determine our worth sometimes. And I am here to tell you that it's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yep.
Like it is, right?
Yep.
And so I want us to get to the bottom of what you actually need, because question for you, do you think that your standards are higher than they should be, or do you think your standards are extremely realistic?
I feel like they're realistic for the type of woman I am.
Tell me the type of woman you are.
I believe in abundance. I believe that just about anything is possible. I believe in not following the norms of, I guess, society, or I'm saying I'm a lot. I'm just very ambitious, I guess. I love nice things.
There it is.
And I make sure I can provide them for myself, first and foremost. I'm a wanderer. I I just love life.
That ain't
What
asking
about
nothing.
character?
I am a lawyer.
Nobody ever talks. Nobody ever talks about character. What are your morals? See, that's a question that we gotta have. I don't care about what you want. I don't care about you wanting nice things. Cool. That's great. That's your personal thing. So my thing is when I experience you, who are you? When I'm experiencing you, what person are you? Who are you? I don't care about, oh, but I'm an ambitious person. I like these things. And, I like to travel. I'm a wanderer. What does that mean for me? What are your values? What are your morals? What do you see? What do you see your life like in the next 10 years? What is that person? When tough times come, how do you react in those situations? Do you act out sporadically? Are you the type of person that says, you know what, let me calm down, let me get the context of what's going on so I can get a better understanding so we can make an informed decision? Are you the type of person where when you talk about morals is you don't believe in having babies out of wedlock, but you also believe that you should live and let live, live and let live, all that? What's your mind? What is that? I need to get down to what that is first. Are you conservative based? Are you a conservative woman? Or are you more liberal? Are you more of a liberated woman? What is that? What does that look like? Who are you? That's what I need to know. Loyalty shouldn't even be said, because it should go without saying. What's understood don't need to be explained, right? You should be loyal. That's because loyalty, what? It should fall right up under what? Morals. Values. You value loyalty, so it goes without saying. What are your priorities, right? What has your attention right now? What's inspiring you right now to be the person that you are, or what's inspiring you to get to the point in which you want to go and where you want to be in life? What's inspiring you? Who inspires you on a day-to-day basis? What inspires you on a day-to-day basis to get up every single day and continue to keep striving towards that dream or that goal that you have? That tells me more about you more than anything. I don't care about what you like. I don't care about your favorite color. I don't care about the kind of car you want to drive. I don't care. I don't care about your favorite TV show. Don't care. If you want me to be 110% honest with you, I don't care. I want to know about what's going on up here, what's going on in here, what's going on there. Do you have any traumatic experiences that you feel as if that you haven't dealt with properly, that has hindered you to move forward in life, to progress in life, or that's hurting you in relationships? Are you in good standing, or do you have a loving relationship with your mother and father? What does that look like? What is that relationship like? Do you have siblings? Are you in good standing? Do you know what I'm saying? What's y'all relationship like? Do you have friends? And with these friends, are they fair weather friends, or are these friends that you've been kicking with for a long time, and these are the type of friends that you trust with your life? What kind of friend are you? These are the kind of questions that need to be had. Not the surface level questions, not the, oh, well, let's talk about, what's your favorite food? What's the favorite spot that you like to go to? I can find all that out later, man. We can find all that out later. I want to get to the crux of the conversation first. I want to get the hard stuff out the way first. Because once we got the hard stuff out the way, now we understand where we are, who we are as a person. I understand all that stuff. Now we can get into the fun shit. Now we can goof around. We can goof off, have a good time, talk about your favorite color, talk about the kind of car you want or the kind of house you want to be in. We can talk about that later. I don't care about that right
now. Loyal person. I'm a loving, nurturing.
What matters about his character?
Definitely God-fearing, submissive to God.
Facts. Are your
somebody
friends
that is in touch with I say this, in touch with their feminine side, but people take it the wrong way when I say it to men. But somebody that's knows how to, or actually likes women, like want to get to know a woman. Because I've came across men that they don't really care to really understand a woman. They just want what they want, whatever. But somebody that actually wants to understand a woman.
In your last relationship, who ended it?
I did.
Why?
We weren't growing in the same direction.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Around this time, I kind of joined it was like a network marketing type of thing. And just being in that environment, it was different. Like you see these men in suits, these men that keep calendars.
Hey, y'all,
these men
listen, we profiling heavy today. Listen, bro, our profiling game is on 10. Our profiling is on 10 today. Profiling is on 10 today. I said it, Max said it, we all said it. He said it. Then join the group. Probably some insurance-based company, multi-level marketing, Primerica or something, and they be doing all that false motivation. Yeah, let's get it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, buddy. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what we called it. Saying all the surface level things, because now you saw a little bit of something. You saw some guys in some suits, you saw some women in some dresses, some of them who are actually making some money, giving you all this false hope. Instead of actually out here getting to it, because guess what, shorty? I'm gonna be honest with you. You could have already been a millionaire if you focus on your hairstyle, if you focus on doing hair. 1000%. That's probably one of the easiest ways to get it. These women paying a grip just to get their hair did, to get that bust down. You could have already been there. All you needed to do is understand how to scale your business, how to operate your business, how to scale it, and how to market yourself effectively. You could have already been there. You probably wouldn't even be here having this conversation with her right now. Or at least you would have been having a different type of conversation. Boy, we profiling like crazy. Woo!
Are into self-development. And I just felt like I needed something different. I needed to, it didn't give me room to grow.
What did he do for a living?
Call center.
So he worked in like customer service. He didn't make a lot of money.
No.
And then you get into rooms in network marketing. I was a network marketer. That's where I had like probably one of my first big breaks. And you get into this room, these men in the front of the room, they look good, they speak good, they think good, they smell good, they dress good, they do all the things. A lot of them are also not available to date. They're traveling the world, building their business. Not all of them, but they're traveling the world and they're building their business. And they're at hotel meeting after hotel meeting, after living room meeting, after living room meeting. And there's a trade-off. Is that a trade-off that you're willing to make?
It is.
Oh, shit.
I want you to be busy.
She said,
I want you to be busy.
People who get money.
Look, be busy.
You can be busy.
Yes.
Don't be home.
Please be busy.
Be out.
Please.
In the streets. Build business. I don't need you here. Make money.
Yeah, we both can be busy. Yeah. Give me room to miss you.
Lord Tramika, I want to help you so bad, but I also want to shake you. Listen, I am never going to tell a woman to not want what she wants.
Hey,
what you want for yourself and what other people want for themselves, it doesn't matter. You want what you want at the end of the day.
Fair.
But I am always going to be an advocate for really thinking about why we want what we want. What's your love language?
What's up, ambition?
So words of affirmation and acts of service.
Okay, so quality time doesn't rank up there with you.
Yes, it does.
Oh no, listen. I wouldn't even answer that question. She don't believe in it. No, she don't. She don't.
Oh.
Okay.
Be careful now. Don't contradict yourself, please.
I will say quality time first.
Is first?
Yes.
I just told you.
I forgot them.
No. No. Sip of your wine. Okay. I think you need to loosen up. Somebody just said here, Mrs. Walk This Way said, I don't know why it's so hard to take what she's saying is what she wants. Well, because Tramika is lightly contradicting herself.
Yep.
I just painted the narrative of what this super successful man could look like.
Mm-hmm.
He gets the money, he goes out, he works, he brings home the bacon. But the trade-off is that he doesn't have a whole lot of time. He's busy. He's building. You talked about the man that you saw in front of the room in network marketing that you were attracted to. Like, ooh, I want him.
Mm-hmm.
He's busy. Isn't he busy?
He is.
He's everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. He's not home. But then you turn around and say that your number one love language is quality time. So Mrs. Walk This Way, the reason that it's hard for me to take what she's saying is what she wants is because she's saying two different things. You're saying that you love the time and you need the time, but you want the man who's too busy to give you that time.
So maybe I should rank it lower because I want to be valued. I want to, when you're out of town, I want at 9 o'clock, you're thinking about, you're calling me, or we're on the phone after you get done doing what you're doing. You make time, you call, you're intentional about it.
I like that.
Bro,
so yes, be busy, but think about, so what would that be? That would be
busy.
Yes, but yes.
So you could live in separate homes?
I could. I don't mind.
That I could do.
I do not mind. Like that, I want to miss you.
I don't know that I could live in separate homes if we lived in the same state, but I could date a man who traveled a lot.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. But it's not because of my need to miss you. It's because of the fact that I really value my alone time.
It's same with me. Yeah. Like I travel alone. Just like I told you, I just went to Miami alone.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you're right, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna go and call it, man. I said it was gonna be long, but listen, bro, we had got down to the bottom of it. Fellas, we got down to the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, we got down to the bottom of it. Profiling was on 100,000 a day. We calling it how we see it, because there's no way. At the end of the day, ladies, y'all need to know what y'all want, and y'all need to understand why y'all want what y'all want, and don't just be saying it because you heard somebody else say it. Stop listening to all these buzzwords and starting getting down to the bottom of it. You can ask yourself a question. Listen, we got ChatGPT, you got Claude, you got Gemini. You can ask them questions too. Like, hey, listen, can I afford many of the things at $750,000 that somebody can with $1 million? And it's probably gonna give you the answer. Yep, probably can. Start diving into it. But more importantly, focus on your character, focus on your values. What is most important to you when it comes to values, your morals, and your character? What's important about that? Forget all the extra stuff. Cool. Ambition, great. That means you don't want him to be lazy. Understandable. Make sure you ain't lazy either. You want him to be fit. Cool. Understood. Got it. Morals, and values. You get that out the way first and you have that dialed in, then everything else is just is secondary to that. Simple. You feel me? But hey, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yes, sir, man. Let's read some of these super chats real quick.
Yeah, you right, man. Making money is me, man. 10 years, me and you gonna have matching Benzes. 10 years. Thinking more like 10 days, man. 10 days.
Shout out to the dog Macaroni Tony, said member of the ENG community for the past 3 months. I appreciate you, homie. I want that one. That ain't the one I wanted to play. It's this one.
That's top dog aura right there.
Shout out to Food Carry Fairy for the 10 jewels for the thumbs up. I appreciate you for the gift, mamas. Appreciate you for showing love. My dog, Real Life PJ for the $5. He says, great show. 100. Appreciate you for the $5, my dog.
Oh, man, give my $5. All right, bro. Man, give my $5, man. Give my $5. Give my $5. Damn you.
Yeah. Bro, I appreciate y'all. Today was dope. Man, give my $5. Listen, that's my best. That's my favorite one. I ain't gonna hold you. That's my favorite. Every time somebody do the $5, I gotta play it. That shit funny. But man, today was dope. Today was a fire Sunday. I gotta ask y'all a question before I go though. I haven't made a decision yet. I am thinking about it. And also make sure y'all tap into the Patreon too. I got some more videos that I got coming up shortly here. So make sure y'all go ahead and tap into the Patreon, y'all. But I got a question. I haven't made a decision yet, and I'm thinking on it. Should I add one more day to my live stream? So I already do Wednesday solo, and I do Sundays. Should I add another day? Maybe like a Monday. What do you think? I'm thinking Monday. Like a Monday live stream. So I can do like Monday, Wednesday, Sunday. But here's gonna be the caveat though. If I do Monday, I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna go past 2 hours. If that, it'll probably be around, well, on Monday it'll be 7:05. Yeah. Monday it'll be around 7:05, same time. Same time during the week. And I just make sure I just keep it sharp and I just do a hard stop. So y'all think it sounds good to do it on Monday? Okay. If you can keep the quality of topics high, then yes. Don't let quality slip for more time. Okay. Okay, I got you. I just want to make sure that the reason I'm asking too, of course, I'm always doing my audits. I'm always looking at the market and see what everybody's doing. I see a lot of people that are growing fast. And my goal isn't to grow fast, but I do see how people are growing fast, right? A lot of people they're live streaming every single day. I'm like, God damn, every day, my dog. But I understand it too. But my main focus is making sure I'm getting videos out though. So me uploading videos is more important than the live stream in itself, because that's what's really gonna build and grow the platform. But I want to make sure that I'm always showing up here with y'all too. And the more people that's coming in here, I want to make sure that y'all rocking with it. Because if y'all ain't, it's like, well, we'll just stick to Wednesdays and Sundays. Yeah, they got more than one show. That's true. That's true. You said sounds good. Keep the quality of the video. You with it? I thought you had Mondays for some reason. Nah, I never had Mondays. That's true. That's true. They don't have more than one show. They don't. That's the only thing. Yeah, they do. Yeah, the metrics because I have made some changes, the metrics are catching up to the growth, because it was a downfall. There was a downfall in the metrics because I started doing shorts. But what I found out is my shorts was actually hurting my watch time for my videos, because they were being calculated the same. So because my shorts was like 90 seconds, it was hurting my actual videos that I was uploading. So I was like, nah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all, because this is gonna make it seem as if my page isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I completely stopped posting shorts. I stopped posting shorts. Yeah, the banter and barter is Tuesday in every. So we did back-to-back Friday. So it's typically Tuesday and every other Friday. That's what the banter and barter show is. It's Tuesday and every other Friday. And that was the only caveat that I had too. I'm like, well, I am live streaming on Tuesday with the banter and barter show. So should I not do Mondays and just stick to what we've been doing? Because technically speaking, I multi-stream. I do the multi-stream when we do banter and barter. So I stream on the Courtnee Edgar Show as well, but it's just the group one. So that's why I was like, should I do Monday or should I not? And just stick to where I'm at right now. And just divvy up. I guess you can just say divvy up or double down on the videos that I'm uploading. So that's what I'm figuring out. I haven't made a decision yet. I'm still thinking on it and seeing what's going to actually work. Because Bull City, you made a great point. You made a phenomenal point about the making sure that the quality doesn't slip. And I want to make sure that I'm giving y'all the quality that y'all need and want. You feel me? There it is right there. See, show Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday, and the banter and barter is on Tuesday and Friday. That's every day, with the exception of Thursday. All right. Well, I'm not gonna make a decision yet, but that definitely is something to consider and think about. Yeah, that's dope. I appreciate y'all, man. But listen, make sure y'all are here Tuesday, banter and barter show, 7:05 p.m. Make sure y'all lock in with your boy. I'm gonna be uploading the video here soon, so make sure y'all go show your love, go hype it up. You know what I'm saying? Share with your family and your friends as well. Share the platform as well. And if you haven't tapped into the Patreon, be sure to tap into the Patreon as well, man. I'm gonna be uploading a lot in the next couple of months here. I got a lot of things to come. All right. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all, and until next time, I'll holler.